Hey, Mikey.
It's Michael Brown.
You can try to find Michael Brown.
Brownie, you're doing a heck of a job.
This is the Michael Brown Show.
Hold on tight to your dream. Yeah. Hold on tight.
Screw it, let's get started. Hand it off, Andy. I've had enough of that. I've had enough. I've pretty much had enough of everything today.
Hi.
What?
You scared me.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I wake you up? Happy Monday, Angie. How are you?
I'm okay.
Are you really?
A little bit.
Really? It's hotter than hell in this studio. I've cranked it down to like 32 and it hasn't done anything. I think it's, you know why? I think it's so full of hot air from, all the previous shows. They're just blowing hot air. As opposed to me, who blows logical, reasonable, rational, calm, objective, cool air. I'm never hot. I'm never irritable. I'm always happy-go-lucky. Wouldn't you, when you think of me, don't you think happy-go-lucky?
No.
So, I really don't know where to go today. As Angie would attest, I've got more stuff in the POS, and in fact today it is really a POS. It is a pile of stuff. I've got more sound bites than I will ever get through today, which just means less work for Angie. I don't know why she gripes about it. She does. And at 7 p.m. Mountain, 9 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock Central, and 6 o'clock Pacific. And I'm not sure what time it would be UTC. Do you know what UTC stands for?
No.
Greenwich, how about GMT, Greenwich Mean Time? Figure out what are you picking your nose in there?
No, I just had a thought.
Oh, wow. What, care to share it with us? And wait a minute. We need like a sounder for this. We could call it, instead of like a taxpayer relief shot, which, by the way, we still don't have a sounder for the taxpayer relief shots. We could have an Angie Has a Thought sounder. It's going to be a long day, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
It's going to be a long, long day. So what was your thought?
Universal time coordinated universal time.
Yeah. So what is UTC for 7 o'clock Mountain Time or 9 o'clock Eastern? Because there may be people listening in Dubai, or maybe people listening in Nigeria, or there might be people listening in, I don't know, Timbuktu, literally Timbuktu. And so they'll need to know, listening right now, when I say that at 7 o'clock Mountain Daylight Time. By the way, I think there's actually a chance that we may get rid of daylight time, that we may just go on daylight time forever. There's apparently what?
I heard that rumor.
Oh, what, here in this building?
Oh, somewhere else.
The Rumor Central? iHeart Media, Rumor Central. Oh my God. Well, so what was your thought? I'm serious. I'm genuinely.
Now I don't remember. It's gone. It's gone far, far away.
Oh, so you're just like me.
No.
You're exactly
normal
like
thing for people to experience.
Oh, it is? So it's normal for me to either go off on a tangent or to forget things? That's normal?
When you do it, it's not.
Oh. Anyway, at 9 o'clock Eastern, there will be an announcement. The President of the United States will, I assume he's going to walk into the East Room. He's not going to walk out into the Rose Garden, because it'll be 9 o'clock at night, and mosquitoes will be bad in D.C. in July. Those the bloodsuckers will be out at 9 o'clock Eastern time in Washington, D.C. You know what that means, don't you? It means members of Congress and the lobbyists and the bureaucrats have all emptied out of the building. So all the bloodsuckers, otherwise known as skeeters, will be out. So the president will want to stay in and make his announcement from the East Room. And the big announcement, in case you are mentally, can you say retarded anymore? Because I think that's a medically technical term, mentally retarded. or you've been living under a rock, or you don't listen to this program. The President of the United States is going to announce his nominee to replace the retiring Justice Anthony Kennedy. Mitch McConnell has promised that he will hold hearings ASAP, that means as soon as possible, so that when the court reconvenes on the first Monday in October of 2018, we will have a 9-member Supreme Court, meaning there will not be well, I suppose there's a chance of a 4-4 decision still if somebody has to recuse themselves, but normally or mostly we will get back to 5-4 decisions, or hopefully in some cases 7-2 decisions. Or in that rare case when the stars are completely aligned, we will have a 9-0 decision, which means the apocalypse has begun. And so anyway, nobody knows who the nominee is other than Donald Trump and the nominee. And it wouldn't even surprise me for Trump. Now, maybe I'm not kidding here. It wouldn't surprise me for Trump to have 2 nominees in the West Wing, waiting, one waiting in one room and the other waiting in the other room. And when it comes time for the president to walk into the East room, he goes to the broom closet where they've got his choice actually waiting and pulls that choice out, and they walk down the corridor to the East room, and then everybody's surprised, including the other 2 who thought they were going to get it. Well, it wouldn't surprise me in the least. But here's what you need to know. The left is apoplectic. How apoplectic are they? At 4:04 p.m., I get the following email. Supreme Court update via the Democrat Congressional Campaign Committee, the DCCC. If you're a female and you've ever had a DCCC, you know what I'm talking about. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's the DNC. And then the subject line is, Trump nominee backfires. So, man, oh, man, I read this quickly because I was thinking the DCCC knows who the nominee is, and they've already backfired. Here's the email. President Obama emailed me. President Obama emailed me for the first time since he left office. Nancy Pelosi has emailed 3 times. So you can bet this Supreme Court vacancy is critical. As soon as 9 p.m., Trump will nominate another far-right judge to the Supreme Court, and we're growing more furious by the minute. That's in a boldface, heavy font, so that I'll know they're serious. McConnell and the Republicans deserve to pay for stealing President Obama's Supreme Court seat. Obama had a Supreme Court seat? Did somebody stole it? Why do they lie in the emails? I'm so tired of, I'm tired of everybody lying. I'm tired of people in corporations lying. I'm tired of people on Twitter and Facebook and emails lying. I'm just tired of people who tell me, the people I was involved in that accident with, I'm this close to outing them on the air because they have so pissed me off because they don't want to turn it into their insurance company. They want to pay it out of pocket. Well, that's fine. Then friggin' pay it. Yeah, I pulled the old, I'm a lawyer and I'm about to go on air and talk about your trick today. McConnell and the Republicans deserve to pay for stealing President Obama's Supreme Court seat. So we have a plan to ruin Trump's big announcement tonight. How are they going to ruin it? They're going to raise 6,204 triple match gifts before 9 o'clock to make them ever regret stealing from President Obama. We must stand up for President Obama. Oh, wait a minute. Stand up? He's no longer president. Will you pitch in $1 before Trump's 9 p.m. announcement to our Supreme Court fund? They'll triple match it. Thank you, DCCCCC. As in the old Soviet Union of Soviet Socialist Republic, the USSR. This is the DCCC. Hey, when we get back, not only does the DNC know who the nominee is, and they're already pissed off, some students are pissed off about it too. It's hilarious.
You're listening to The Michael Brown Show.
Visit
Report is brought to you by USAA Life Insurance Company.
I-25 has been a trouble spot this afternoon. Douglas County Drive is busy. Had an earlier rollover crash along northbound I-25. Now an accident on northbound I-25 near C470. Left lane and northbound I-25 is blocked, and that has traffic running slow as you roll toward the tech center. Up north, about 4 miles of slow traffic. Southbound I-25 up in the Berthoud area. It is rolling pothole repair. Southbound I-25 near the Berthoud exit, mile marker 250. And the Boulder Turnpike cleaning up a crash eastbound 36 past McCaslin. Nissan Intelligent Mobility can alert you to problems on your drive. Then the forecast tonight, clear skies, low of 63. Sunny, dry tomorrow with a high near 96. Right now it's 93. With the traffic and weather, I'm Susan Phelan, 630 KHOW.
Today is the day to get USAA life insurance, and for less than you may think. Visit USAA.com. Life insurance provided by USAA Life Insurance Company, San Antonio, Texas. Subject to state availability, issue limitations, and contract terms and conditions.
You know, press reports say that President Trump's attorney, Michael Cohen, might flip and actually work with special counsel Mueller. But is that the real story? What's going to happen to the Trump presidency? And will the Stormy Daniels case really stop Trump's agenda? You can get the surprising answers from Jerome Corsi tonight on Newsmax TV. You can also get the latest news about the nominee. Jerome Corsi is the author of the new best-selling Killing the Deep State. It's an amazing book that reveals how the secret government wants to stop Donald Trump. Corsi reveals the big story behind the Stormy Daniels case. Get the book, Killing the Deep State, but tune in to Newsmax TV for Jerome Corsi tonight at 9 Eastern on the Joe Walsh Show. That's 7 o'clock tonight. Actually, they'll be talking about the Supreme Court nomination. I can promise you that. 50 million homes get Newsmax TV, America's real conservative news channel. Now, you can watch Newsmax TV on DirecTV channel 349, dish 216, U-verse 1220, and file 615. Or just do this. Download the Newsmax app on any smartphone and start watching right now.
Have you gotten a notice from the IRS that's keeping you up at night? Let Advanced Tax Solutions help clean up that mess and give you peace of mind. Right here in Denver, helping clients for more than 2 decades. It's Advanced Tax Solutions.
Do you know what I love about Art of Granite? Price quotes on the phone. Art of Granite supplies premier designer countertops and cabinets. A direct importer of stone, granite, and quartz. Visit their showroom in Golden. Wholesale countertop material, custom edges, sinks, cabinets, and from the templating appointment, it takes just 1 week for installation. And when you have the kitchen done, they do the bathroom free. And they tear out everything free. Artofgranite.net. 303-386-5919.
I'm Robert, and I'm a patient of the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. I was in a funk because I couldn't perform sexually. I had the desire, but I didn't have the physical ability. I lived with this problem for about 12 years. It was depressing and wasn't good for my relationship. I would tell guys who were in a similar situation to skip the fake ads that promise all kinds of things and deliver little or nothing. Go to a legitimate agency that understands your problem medically. Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic were very friendly. They took their time. They understood exactly why I was there. They were very matter-of-fact, very professional. Amongst other things, I felt very confident that what they were doing was safe. If you struggle with ED, like I did, I would suggest that you overcome your initial embarrassment of the problem and don't just live with it. There is an effective treatment for ED. There are people who understand the problem. Those people are at Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic.
This is Jeff, director of the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. You don't have to live with ED anymore. Give us a call at 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
Belco is offering 2.5% APY on a 13-month CD for a limited time with balances of $10,000 or more. Visit any Belco branch, call 1-800-BELCO-1 or go to belco.org/CDs. Belco membership is required. Federally insured by NCUA. Belco, banking for everyone.
When's the last time you replaced your toothbrush? Do you always brush twice a day for a full 2 minutes? Paying attention to these good habits has a huge impact on your health. Introducing Quip, spelled Q-U-I-P, the new electric toothbrush that helps to fix the brushing habits that most people get wrong. Quip does this with a lightweight and sleek design, simple timed vibrations and guiding pulses to give you a perfect 2-minute clean. Bulkier electric brushes have awkward charging stands, modes you don't need, and can cost 5 times as much. Quip starts at just $25, and you can get brush head refills automatically delivered on a dentist-recommended 3-month schedule for only $5, and shipping's free. Quip has been featured in GQ, Oprah's O-List, and Time Magazine named it one of the best inventions of the year. So go to getquip.com/KHOW right now and get your first refill pack free with a Quip electric toothbrush. That's your first refill pack free at getquip.com/KHOW, spelled GETQUIP.com/KHOW. QUIP.com/KHOW.
Hit by hail? Locally owned Automotive Reconditioning Solutions uses an exclusive paintless dent-by-dent removal technique. Ask about waiving your deductible up to $500. It will be exclusively painless on your wallet. AutomotiveReconService.com.
Save more with Liberty Mutual Insurance.
Hey Todd, Liberty Mutual just saved me $782.
Liberty did what?
Yeah, it's a lot of money.
Maybe I should switch to Liberty Mutual.
Visit us online to... Hey, stop echoing.
Sorry.
Visit us online to get a quote, and you could save $782. Liberty Mutual Insurance. Based on a recent countrywide new customer survey, coverage is underwritten by Liberty Mutual Insurance Company, Equal Housing Insurer.
Dad, what are you doing?
Cramming for college.
I'm the one going to college.
Yeah, but we need to figure out how we're going to pay for it all.
Discover Student Loans.
Discover does student loans?
Yeah, they're one of the top student loan lenders in the country. It takes 15 minutes or less to apply, and there are no fees for the life of the loan. Best of all, I can earn cash rewards if I get good grades.
Really?
Yeah, we still have time to apply and get a great rate.
So I can just chill. College kids still say that, right?
No one says that, Dad.
Really?
Yeah.
Visit discoverstudentloans.com to apply today. Limitations apply.
It's one of the most impactful decisions he'll make as president. Later tonight at 7, President Trump names his pick for the Supreme Court. Who's replacing Justice Kennedy? Find out tonight at 7.
I think you're going to be extremely happy.
On Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW.
Just another piece of trash on the street, looking for love instead of going to sleep. My head was spinning like a kid on a vine.
Angie just gave me some technical news. You want to share your technical news, Angie? Because I was just about to ask you why on the YouTubes it was so blurry and low res, which is good because it doesn't, when it's low res, it doesn't show my wrinkles and my age spots and my zits and everything else. So yeah, I don't like the high definition stuff. I should start wearing makeup to the show, don't you think?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. And a coat and tie too. What do you think? Put on a little coat and tie.
Do not care.
Little makeup. Get me a hairdresser out there. Have somebody come in during the breaks and like touch me up and stuff. What do you think?
Oh, I'm sure you could find someone to come in during the breaks. Easy.
Make me get Wiper Man to do it.
That's exactly who I was thinking of.
He doesn't do squat anyway. He must come in and do this. So what was your little hint?
Oh, for YouTube, there is a little gear. If you hover over the video, there's a little gear in the bottom.
Bottom right.
Right. And then that can change the quality.
And I changed mine to HD.
Ooh, HD.
Yeah, so when I turn around, like I did just now, to stick that thing underneath my backpack, I saw my bald spot. So I'm going back to the low res. You know what Angie told me during the break? So it's going to be one of those shows, huh? Precisely what did you mean by that, Ms. Producer?
You know what I mean?
No, would you like to explain it?
Or out of control.
What do you mean I'm out of control? Huh?
Thinking.
So
you wound up.
I am wound up because I'm so excited tonight because today is the day that the Republic comes to an end. The Democrats have told me Donald Trump is going to nominate probably a communist, maybe a communist, atheist, dictator a-hole that I don't know. Maybe he's going to nominate one of those guys that sends out the Nigerian princess emails. Maybe that's who it's going to be. Maybe he should do what the Democrats would do and look for somebody who is. Remember when the ag secretary under, I think it was under Reagan. What was that ag secretary's name that made the joke about you needed to have a cripple, a mentally ill, a transvestite, transgender, gay, bisexual, something. You need to have all these boxes in order to have what the Democrats want. And he got in trouble for that decades ago. And today, when I make a comment like that, well, it's factually correct. We've gone from you're getting in trouble for making a joke about it to now when you talk about it, well, you're actually talking about Democrat identity politics. So the president is going to make a nomination tonight. The left is apoplectic. It doesn't make any difference if they, truthfully, if he nominated Dianne Feinstein, the left would be apoplectic. Now, if he nominated Maxine Waters, I would be apoplectic because I don't need Maxine stuck in some judicial chambers somewhere. I need Maxine out on the streets, which is where Maxine belongs. In fact, well, I won't go there. So I forget, this is from Campus Reform, but they go out and they ask some students, because who better to tell us just how stupid they are than a bunch of students who are asked about, well, they're upset about Trump's pick before he even makes the pick known.
I'm Calvin Phillips with Campus Reform. Today we're in New York City talking to students about President Trump's Supreme Court pick. The only thing is he hasn't made that pick yet. Will people still have opinions on who it was, though? Let's find out. I think the big thing that's been in the news today, Supreme Court, Justice Kennedy stepping down, so there's a vacancy. All week people were worried about who it was going to be. This week he made his announcement. What's your reaction to the justice that he nominated today?
I'm honestly not surprised by his choice, but that's just worse for us. I just saw the pick and I was like, it's almost...
She's clairvoyant. What is it about people having, this is what I always told clients on the witness stand. Listen closely to the question and never be afraid to say, even no matter how badly the lawyer is badgering you, I'll take care of the badgering. If you don't know the answer, say, I don't know. If you need clarification, ask for clarification. This student could have said, oh, I didn't hear who he picked. Tell me, who did he pick? Because then you've exposed the trick interview.
Almost at a point where you kind of expect that it's not going to be what you want.
He's quite, extreme in his views, and I don't know if it would make the Supreme Court very even.
I see it all over the news that he's racist and
This new nominee is very racist, and I think it's starting a new wave of something very negative, and I'm really scared about what happens in the future and what choices he'll make.
And so what reaction have you seen on social media today after the news?
Oh, outrage, as it should be.
This is just a reoccurring thing. He keeps doing this with different positions and just doing whatever he wants, abusing his power.
Do you feel like his pick is an abuse of power?
Basically, yeah.
His entire cabinet and everyone he's chosen has been the white supremacist Legion of Doom, and it's dangerous to everyone who looks like me.
You feel like the Supreme Court nominee today kind of falls in that same line?
Of course. They should all wear white hoods and burn crosses at the Capitol, because that's exactly the move. That's what they're going for.
And the fact that he would put someone up there that is so racist and is not practicing the equality that we need to see, it's insulting, and he's not going to last. I mean,
so you're not a fan of the pick?
I'm really not.
I did speak to my dad a couple days ago, and I know he was not a huge fan of the decision that he made.
What would be your message to President Trump on what qualities you would want a Supreme Court justice to have?
Black, a black woman.
Is it wrong, though?
A black gay woman who maybe has a prosthetic limb that is considering, and maybe she's not really black. Maybe she's like Rachel Dolezal and she just wants to be black. So in her mind, she's black. And maybe her gender, maybe she is really a he, but she just wants to be a he. Yeah, we can fit all these.
To suggest someone be picked just on the color of their skin, though.
I mean, but I said black women for a reason. Black women were the only ones who really turned out in full majority to not vote for President Trump.
I think you should.
Oh, so the perfect nominee would be to pick someone that represents those who did not elect the president. Do you think he understands? Do you think that dumbass kid, and I'm using dumbass because I just can't say other things on air. Do you think he even understands how the Republic works, like how the Electoral College works, how, we've elected, this coalition, and now he gets to pick from those who represent what he believes? No, of course not. Of course he doesn't know.
You're listening to The Michael Brown Show.
Hey, everyone, stay tuned. Let's talk to Bob Smith over at RCS Wealth Management. So, Bob, I assume there's some misconceptions about annuities.
Oh, yes. There are a lot of misconceptions about annuities. But, you know, when you look at annuities, there are many different types. And one of the first misconceptions that I find is people tell me, oh, our new annuities are too expensive. Well, they might be. But on the other hand, if you do your research and take a look at things out there, there might be annuities out there there are no fees. There might be low charged annuities. So you really got to take a look at how annuities fit into your overall plan when you go into retirement. So not all annuities are the same.
And that's exactly why, if you're thinking about annuity or you're entering into retirement or thinking about retirement, you need to call Bob over at RCS Wealth Management. An easy phone number to remember, 303-777-5500, 303-777-5500, or check him out online, rcswealth.com.
Investment advisory services offered through Brookstone Capital Management, LLC, BCM, a registered investment advisor. BCM and RCS Wealth Management are independent of each other.
This is Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW, an iHeart radio station. With Ross Kaminsky mornings, Michael Brown afternoons, KHOW, Denver.
This report is brought to you by USAA Life Insurance Company.
Busy highways this afternoon. I-25 heading to the tech center, jammed up. Got a new crash on northbound I-25 near C470, hanging up those left lanes. Jammed back to Ridgegate. Take you about 5 minutes to get through there. Busy at I-25 downtown, both directions. Up north, there's some emergency construction, pothole repair. Southbound I-25 near the Berthoud exit. Mile marker 250. Jam up's about 4 miles. And a crash wrapping up on the turnpike eastbound 36 after McCaslin. That's on the right shoulder. Then forecast tonight, clear skies, though a 63. Tomorrow, sunny with a high near 96. Right now, 94 degrees. With the traffic and weather, I'm Susan Thielen, 630 KHOW.
Today is a day to get USAA life insurance, and for less than you may think. Visit USAA.com. Life insurance provided by USAA Life Insurance Company, San Antonio, Texas. Subject to state availability, issue limitations, and contract terms and conditions.
You know, all of us know or have heard a story about somebody getting a contractor, paying them a lot of money, only to get the job never done. Now, if you want to avoid that and you want to remodel your kitchen or bath, then you need to call Brian with Professional Home Design. Brian is fully licensed and insured. And unlike other bathroom and kitchen remodeling companies, Brian and Professional Home Design does everything. They put in the cabinets, countertops, plumbing, electrical fixtures. There's no part of the job that they're not qualified and certified to do. And here's why I like the way they do business. Once you sign the agreement and the work is scheduled, you meet with their designer at the showroom and you pick out your own tile, countertops, vanity cabinets, whatever. And then Professional Home Design buys everything it costs and pass that savings on to you. No markups. Call Brian and call or text him about your kitchen or bathroom remodeling right now. 720-369-8998 or online, professionalhomedesignsltd.com.
I'm an architect.
I'm a doctor.
Music producer.
I'm an accountant.
We're business owners. When I found out that I could download big files.
Really big files.
Huge files.
CAD files.
X-rays. Cloud files.
Audio files.
Zip files.
In seconds.
Not minutes. In seconds.
And that all my employees,
with all their devices,
would have more than enough bandwidth.
I said, wow.
Wow.
Boom.
Sign me up.
That's a dream come true.
Introducing Gig Speed from Comcast Business. With download speeds up to 20 times faster than what most people have. Tons of bandwidth for everything your business does every day. And an affordable price. It's a small business owner's dream.
Now, I'm dreaming gig.
Really, really gig.
Comcast is building the largest gig speed network in the country. Now more small businesses in more places can dream gig. Comcast Business. Built for business. Visit dreamgig.com to learn more. Restrictions apply. May not be available in all areas. Actual speeds vary and are not guaranteed.
When working at a growing business, you wear many hats. The new business hat, the buying toner for the copy machine hat, the sifting through tons of resumes hat. You can throw away that last hat thanks to Indeed.com. When posting your job, Indeed lets you add screener questions that give you a less time-consuming route to your short list of qualified candidates. So go ahead, dust off that extra long lunch hat. Hiring's better when you've got your short list. Save time on hiring when you post a job on Indeed. Get started today at Indeed.com/hire.
It's time to join the millions of people using Zoom video conferencing. Turn any size conference room, huddle room, or executive office into a Zoom room with flawless HD video, crystal clear audio, and instant wireless sharing. It'll even work with your existing hardware. Start your meetings with a single touch or use Zoom's new voice command feature. Hey Zoom, start meeting. Huddle happy. Visit Zoom.us to set up your free Zoom room trial today. That's Zoom.us. Zoom video conferencing.
Feel that heat? Heat is great around the pool, yard, patio, and parks, but no one wants heat under the collar. That cold, hard sweat you feel with that letter from the IRS? Did you really think ignoring back taxes would make them go away? Or what about that audit? Face it, you need help. I'm consumer advocate Tom Martino, recommending you get help from Larson Tax Relief, the only licensed team of experts on my referral list at referralist.com, who get between you and the IRS and negotiate the best possible settlement. Way better than doing it alone. I know Ron and Jack Larson personally. They are simply the best. They've seen thousands of cases like yours. They won't judge you, but they will make sure you get terms that work for you. Call 844-LARSON-TAX. Larson Tax Relief, where the emphasis is on relief. So enjoy your summer, the good kind of heat, and get the IRS and state out of your life. Call 844-LARSON-TAX. That's 844-LARSON-TAX.
Denver's talk station. Online at KHOW.com.
I got my jokesters mixed up. James Watt, Interior Secretary under Reagan, was the one that made the joke about the cripple and the different identity politics. It was Earl Butz, who was the United States Secretary of Agriculture from 1971 to 1976 under Nixon and Ford, who made a joke that, well, I can't really repeat it on the air, but it goes somewhat like this. But, and I'm going to that certainly unquestionable source of integrity, truthfulness, and it's never wrong source of information, Wikipedia. Butz started by telling a dirty joke involving intercourse between a dog and a skunk. When the conversation turned to politics, Boone, a right-wing Republican, asked Butz why the party of Lincoln was not able to attract more blacks. The Secretary of Agriculture responded with a line so obscene and insulting to blacks that it forced him out of the cabinet and jolted the entire Ford campaign. Butz said, I'll tell you what the, and he used the word coloreds instead of black, want. It's three things. First, something that Donald Trump is in trouble for. Second, loose shoes, and third, a warm place to defecate. Yeah. I should look up the James Watt. What was the James Watt jokes? James Watt joke. Let's see, dude. James Watt's infamous quote about a woman, two Jews, and a cripple. At one point, this is from the Book of Quotations, dated September 16, 2016. This occurred September 21st, 1983. That day, James Watt, who had been appointed as Secretary of the Interior by President Reagan, was giving a speech to the U.S. Chamber of Commerce. At one point, he explained the diversity of the members of the U.S. Commission on Fair Market Value Policy for Federal Coal Leasing. Oh, man. Wish I'd been there to hear about that. Angie, we should get a segment together about the U.S. Commission on Fair Market Value Policy for Federal Coal Leasing. With this dunderheaded description, we have every kind of mix you can have. Now think about this, because today, this would be precisely, if you ask the Democrats what they're looking for in terms of members of their party, this is perfect. We, quote, we have every kind of mix you can have. I have a black, I have a woman, two Jews, and a cripple. James Watt, September 21, 1983. Yeah, he catches all kinds of crap for that. And now you think about the Democrat Party and you think, oh, that's their job description. That's the description of their perfect member. The politics of fear continues over this nominee.
Everything is at stake when you're looking at the SCOTUS pick. Everything that we've worked for decades is at stake. Abortion, abortion, workers' rights, everything. Same-sex marriage, LGBTQ rights.
What's the court going to look like for the next 30 years?
We're looking at a destruction of the Constitution of the United States.
Yeah, what I find hilarious is this is the Grand Canyon between conservatives and the Marxists on the left. They see a constitutionalist as the destroyer of the Constitution. And you and I see a constitutionalist as the savior of the Constitution. Or I shouldn't say savior, that's a pretty strong word. But at least getting us back to a constitutional republic. They think it's going to destroy it. I think it could save us.
As far as I can tell,
this is a line that's been drawn about whether we are going to criminalize women.
This nomination could move the court in a really dangerous direction.
It's a very thin line between putting a woman in prison for a stillbirth or a miscarriage that she's blamed for something she did during her pregnancy, and criminalizing abortion. So
it's a very thin line. And in fact, jailing a woman for a miscarriage is just the same as jailing a woman for an illegal abortion. Yeah.
What's at stake are their constitutional rights, the protection against the abuses of power by the president, by Congress, by corporate America.
A justice that would reverse Roe. What happens? In essence, we go to 50 civil wars in each of the states plus the District of Columbia.
For instance, can I just say this about that? If, and I don't think Roe v. Wade's going to be overturned anytime soon, certainly not in my lifetime, and I frankly don't think it will ever be overturned. But if it were, then abortion laws would devolve to the states, where it should be determined, because abortion is not a constitutional matter. It is a state legislative matter, and that's the wrong-headed decision of Roe v. Wade. Not saying I'm for or against abortion. That's immaterial. It's a legal issue, and in this case, the legal issue belongs in the state. And if 50 states decide to start having debates about what abortion is allowed or not allowed in their state, so be it. That's the way it should be.
Federal survivor benefits from Social Security. Federal worker pensions could be lost.
They also want to criminalize abortion in this country. They're literally trying to punish women.
If he does pick a woman shall be known as the Aunt Lydia of the Supreme Court.
And I think the legacy that this president is creating really is turning back the clock 100 years.
But we are in an unparalleled moment of assault on the rule of law when our fundamental liberties are in danger.
Equal rights, equal freedoms, equal liberty. It's an issue of life and death for a lot of women. I mean,
we might lose some of the most precious ideals of our country.
So basically, if you are not a straight white male in America right now, you are probably freaking out.
If I were involved in a same-sex marriage in one of those states, I'd be panicked.
And say to them, your health care right.
Ugh. Nina Totenberg over on NPR said it best.
Just for starters, Roe versus Wade might be reversed. Lots of federal regulations might be thrown out. Might be a different, less tolerant view of gun regulation. And affirmative action. He was the 5th vote to uphold affirmative action in higher education. That could change too. So as REM once put it, the end of the world as we know it.
It's the end of the world as we know it. Yeah, that's where they are. It's the end of the world as we know it. Could they be any dumber?
I think that the gravity of this is something that we have to take heed of.
What if birth control was illegal? What would you do if birth control was illegal? It used to be illegal in some places, but then Griswold versus Connecticut.
What if slavery came back? Yeah. What if we decided that, blacks should be counted as 2/3 of a citizen? What if?
Just shoot me now. You're listening to The Michael Brown Show.
This report is brought to you by USAA Life Insurance Company.
Driving over on the West End, new problem. There's a large piece of metal debris on the highway along eastbound C470 between Alameda and Morrison Road, affecting one lane, so watch for that. Cars may be swerving to avoid it. I-25 drive, busy. Heading to the tech center, looking a lot better. I crashed on northbound I-25 at C470. That's been cleared off to the shoulder. Busy along I-25 downtown, both sides of the highway. I-70 jammed up, 270 downtown. Watch for an accident, auto pedestrian crash, Colfax and Lincoln. Then was forecast tonight, clear skies, though 63. Tomorrow to be sunny and dry with high of 96. On Wednesday, slight chance for an afternoon storm, low to mid-90s. Right now it's 94. For the traffic and weather, I'm Susan Phelan, 630 KHOW.
Today is a day to get USAA life insurance, and for less than you may think. Visit USAA.com. Life insurance provided by USAA Life Insurance Company, San Antonio, Texas. Subject to state availability. Issue limitations and contract terms and conditions.
Hey gang, Michael Brown here for Mike Ward Infiniti. Now, if you're looking for an Infiniti, a Maserati, a Fiat, Alfa Romeo, or heck, a McLaren, go see my old high school buddy Mike Ward. He's over at C470 in Lucent, and tell him I sent you. And as Mike says, just drive it.
This is Dan Kaplis. A wise person once told me, if you don't have a seat at the table, you're going to end up on the menu. I think that applies directly to personal injury and wrongful death cases. If you're not represented by a highly accomplished law firm, the insurance company is probably going to eat you for lunch, and you'll never even know it. So if you want to make sure you and your claim are treated with the respect you deserve, give me a call. We are a serious firm for serious cases. And for 30 years, we've proven our ability to go up against the best the other side has to offer and win. Our personal injury clients include everyone from the poorest of the poor to CEOs, teachers, farmers, police officers, doctors, lawyers, and professional athletes. We're able to make the vast resources of our firm available to good people from all walks of life by taking righteous cases on a percentage fee basis. You can reach me at 303-770-5551. That's 303-770-5551 or dankapleslaw.com. That's dankapleslaw.com.
You know, I told you a few years ago I turned down endorsing a solar company, and I did so because when I looked at their business model and their financials, I just could not in good conscience recommend them to you. That's changed now that I'm working with Zoetic Solar because they have a different model. With Zoetic Solar, they replace your current electric bill as payment for your own solar panels. So your monthly out-of-pocket is the same, except that now you own that energy instead of renting it. No down payments needed, and once your panels are paid off, you've got free energy for your house for life. You own the solar panels as opposed to renting them. That gives you more money in your pocket and increases your home's value. And when Zoetic Solar puts solar panels on your roof, they're also going to insulate your attic and put in a smart home thermostat, all absolutely free. And Zoetic Solar is a Colorado-owned and operated company right here in Old Denver. So call Zoetic Solar right now if you're thinking about solar for your home or business. Get a free quote by calling 888-637-4447. That's 888-637-4447.
Adults who have crooked teeth and always wanted to deal with them, there is a way to do that. Dr. Kent Lawson has pioneered new orthodontics for adults. Straighten your teeth, widen your palate, take care of jaw alignment, help you with TMJ, stop sleep apnea with natural means in 2 years or less, way cheaper than getting a mouthful of veneers. Aurora Orthodontics and TMJ, 303-690-0100, 303-690-0100.
Now's the perfect time to join a fan club at Isle Casino Hotel Blackhawk. New members can win up to $1,000 in fan play or other great prizes just for signing up. Everyone's a winner and membership is free. Plus, provide a valid email address and you'll receive $5 in free fan play. Stop by Isle Casino Hotel Blackhawk and sign up today. Must be 21. All terms, conditions, rewards, and benefits are subject to change or revocation without notice. Eligibility and exceptions apply. See official rules. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
Time changes everything. For me, becoming a single parent of 2 young kids changed my ability to use my timeshare. And when my annual maintenance fees nearly tripled over a 3-year period, I had to get out. I'm Brandon Reed, founder of Timeshare Exit Team. We will legally get you out of your timeshare you can't use or afford. Schedule your free consultation. If we can't get you out, we will give you a full refund.
Call 844-955-EXIT. That's 844-955-EXIT or timeshareexitteam.com.
Sometimes good people find themselves on the wrong side of the law.
The attorneys at Pollard Miller understand how devastating the consequences of a conviction can be. Whether you're dealing with a DUI, drug, or domestic violence charge, you do not want to risk putting your case in the hands of just any Denver criminal defense attorney. Choose Pollard Miller. They are ready to offer aggressive, compassionate defense to help get your life back on track. Call 1-800-808-0012 for a case evaluation.
By age 65, most Americans will have worked 90,000 hours. Those hours built your nest egg, which upon retiring you will need to generate your monthly income. That's because when you quit your JOB, you'll need INCOME. And since most of us don't have pensions, this will come from your portfolio. In just a few more weeks, the stock market will become the longest running bull market in American history. When the market turns from green, it'll go straight to red, with no yellow caution in between. If you let your portfolio drop, so will your income. And with it, perhaps your standard of living. Hi, this is Carlin Tucker, and I can help. For 36 years, I've been protecting my clients' portfolios and providing monthly income. We create all-season portfolios because with them, you're ready for wherever the market goes. You can reach me at Tucker Financial at 303-734-1234. You can also visit us at retirewithtucker.com or call now at 303-734-1234.
Information presented should not be viewed as personalized investment advice or as an offer to buy or sell or a solicitation of an offer to buy or sell any securities mentioned or otherwise. All investment strategies have the potential for a profit or loss.
Mornings 5 to 10 with Ross Kaminsky.
40% of illegal aliens in the United States got visas to come here, and they overstayed it and just stayed in the country when they were supposed to leave. That is an enormous percentage of the problem. We need to deal not only with border enforcement, but with interior enforcement, so we should keep that all in mind.
Start your day with Ross Kaminsky. Mornings 5 to 10 on Denver's Talk Station, 630 KHOW.
That's great. It starts with an earthquake, birds and snakes, an airplane. Lenny Bruce is not afraid. I have a hurricane. Listen to yourself. Churn world serves its own needs. Dummy serve your own needs. Feed it up an ox, speak, grunt, no strength. The ladder starts to clatter with fear. Fight down, high wire and a fire. Represented 7 games in the government for hire and a combat site. Left to us are coming in a hurry with the furies breathing down your neck. Team by team reporters babble Trump, tethered crop. Look at that, no plane, fine. Then, overflow, population common poop, but it'll do. Save yourself, serve yourself, world serves its own needs. Listen to your heart, bleed, dummy with the rapture and the reverend and the right. Right, you patriotic, slam, fight, bright light, feeling pretty sight. It's the end of the world as we know it. It's the end of the world as we know it. It's the end of the world as we know it. And I feel fine.
Well, that'll get us blocked on Facebook now. Won't it? I'll get the email about 7:15 tonight. Your content has been blocked for a copyright violation. Yeah, bite my ass. I'm telling you, I'm sick of it. I'd like to get, and I get that I'm choosing to perseverate on this, but it keeps getting thrown in my face. I just got another email from Sasha Grodsky of the Agenda Project, and the subject line is 21 naked women. I'm just reading the email, folks. I'm just reading the email. 21 naked women asked President Trump one question. Now, this is supposed to be embargoed until 7:20 Mountain Time, but ask me if I give a rat's ass. I've already tried to pull the video up, but they must have assumed that if they sent this out to, everybody on their media list, that there would be a jerk like me that would find it. And, of course, I would try to get Angie to play it because, well, that's just kind of the jerk that I am. Here's the content of the email that I can't really release until, what was the time? 7:20 Eastern time. 9:20 Eastern, 7:20 Mountain. After SCOTUS pick, headline, 21 naked women ask President Trump one question. And that question is, if you don't trust me with my body, why should I trust you with my country? Dateline, Washington. Tonight, now remember, he hasn't named the pick yet. Doesn't make a rat's ass difference, does it? Dateline, Washington. Tonight, in response to a SCOTUS pick, the Agenda Project released a new ad featuring 21 naked women. See, I can't wait to get home tonight and I'll get on my YouTube. I'm going to look at 21 naked women. 21 naked women asking President Trump a single question. If you don't trust me with my body, why should I trust you with my country? Watch the Agenda Project's new video, Trust. 21 naked women. Described by Senator Rand Paul as a shadowy group of progressive political hitmen, the Agenda Project is home to some of the most aggressive and successful viral videos of the last decade, including the legendary Granny Off the Cliff, Republican Cuts Kill, and Stop the Greedy Clown, among others. They actually said along others as opposed to among others. Erica Payne, founder of the Agenda Project, said, as expected, President Trump has used his Supreme Court nomination to ease both his gynophobia. That's what it says. G-Y-N-O phobia. Is that a fear of gynecologists? Got it. Okay. If you got fear of gynecologists. Got it. All right. As expected, President Trump has used his Supreme Court nomination to ease both his own gynophobia and that of the white male leadership of the faux Christian movement. The faux Christian movement. By attempting to control the bodies of American women through his nomination, my God, these people are out of control. By attempting to control the bodies of American women through this nomination, the president hopes to reclaim his fragile grasp on his own clearly waning virility. His mommy issues would be sad. This is the email. I can't even make this crap up. His mommy issues would be sad if they weren't so detrimental to the freedom that defines this nation. The days of coat hangers and back alleys are over. You want a revolution? You got it. For further comments or questions, please contact Sasha Grodsky at, is there a phone number here? Because I might want to call her right now. Boom, 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 boom. Oh. Angie, could you do me a favor? Can you call this number? 202-446-0489. Ask them if they would go on air and talk to me right now, because I'd like to ask them about the 21 naked women. This could turn into really bad radio.
Someone's answering.
Nobody's answering? Huh. Jerks. Afraid to answer the phone. Oh, they're more than willing to dance naked in a video. I'll keep clicking on the link to see if I can find it because, I want to see 21. Sorry, this content isn't available right now. It's on Facebook. It's facebook.com, The Agenda Project. So if you want to look at 21 naked women tonight, go to Facebook and go to The Agenda Project. That's where I'll be. Sipping a little tequila and watching 21 naked women talk about Donald Trump and his gynophobia and what else was it? Gynophobia and something else. Oh, his mommy issues and his waning virility. Trump's got some serious issues.
The Michael Brown Show continues after this.
Need a new roof? Call Excel Roofing at 303-761-6400.
Do you owe the IRS? Then don't wait. Call Advanced Tax Solutions today. Located right here in Denver, they've helped clients like you for over 20 years. Be their next success story. Let them help resolve your tax problems. Advanced Tax Solutions.
Never worry about breakdowns with Pro Auto Care. You'll have total peace of mind knowing you'll never be stranded because Pro Auto Care offers free roadside assistance for each and every customer. When Pro Auto Care services your car, you get a free 36,000-mile warranty complete with roadside assistance. All makes and models, expert techs, 25 years in business, 2 locations, Denver and Littleton. 303-PRO-AUTO, that's 303-PRO-AUTO. Or online at 303proauto.com.
This report is brought to you by Sprint.
It'll be mostly clear tonight with a low of 63. Hot again tomorrow, a high of 97. Mostly sunny with a chance for an afternoon thunderstorm on Wednesday, a high of 95 degrees.
Get unlimited from Sprint. You can also get a great deal on the Samsung Galaxy S9. Learn more by stopping by your local Sprint store, visiting Sprint.com, or calling 1-800-SPRINT1. Switch today.
This is Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW, an iHeart radio station with Ross Kaminsky mornings, Michael Brown afternoons, KHOW, Denver.
2 hours to go. I'm Lisa Lacera, Fox News. We'll soon learn the name of President Trump's pick for Supreme Court Justice. Fox's John Decker live at the White House.
Fox News has learned that President Trump has decided on his nominee for the Supreme Court. The finalists are believed to be 4 federal judges: Brett Kavanaugh, Raymond Kethledge, Amy Coney Barrett, and Thomas Hardiman. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell on the Senate floor said he expects almost unanimous opposition from Democrats, regardless of who the president chooses.
We don't know who he will name, but we already know exactly what unfair tactics the nominee will face.
Democratic Senators Joe Manchin, Heidi Heitkamp, and Joe Donnelly were each invited to the White House tonight for the Supreme Court announcement. All declined the invitation. Lisa?
John, Senate Democratic leader Chuck Schumer says ordinary Americans will be the biggest losers no matter who the president picks.
It is near impossible to imagine that President Trump would select a nominee who isn't hostile to our health care law and health care for millions and millions and millions of Americans.
You can hear the president's announcement at 9 p.m. Eastern on many of these Fox radio stations. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo making a renewed push for peace in Afghanistan with a previously unannounced trip there.
During his nearly 7-hour stop, the secretary met with Afghan President Ashraf Ghani, Chief Executive Abdullah Abdullah, and pushed for peace talks between the Afghan government and the Taliban.
Many of the Taliban now see that they can't win on the ground militarily. We saw the Taliban respond to the ceasefire that President Ghani put in place.
Pompeo's stop in Afghanistan is part of a week-long international trip that began in North Korea.
Fox's Rich Edson at Bagram Air Base. An attorney for the federal government says authorities will be able to release about half the immigrant children under age 5 who are still in custody. Fox News, fair and balanced.
I'm Jay Farner, CEO of Quicken Loans. Buying a home should be one of life's best experiences, but today's fluctuating interest rates can leave you with unexpected higher payments. And that can turn a great experience into an anxious one. At Quicken Loans, we've created a new way to protect you from unpredictable interest rates. It's called the Power Buying Process. We check your income, assets, and credit to provide you with a verified approval, which can give you the strength of a cash buyer. Once verified, you qualify for our exclusive Rate Shield approval. First, we lock your interest rate for up to 90 days while you find your new home. Then, once you've found your new home, if rates have gone up, your rate stays locked. But if rates have gone down, your rate drops, and you get to keep that new lower rate. Either way, you win. Call us today at 800-QUICKEN or go to rocketmortgage.com.
Rate Shield approval only valid on certain 30-year fixed-rate loans. Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender. Licensed in all 50 states. NMLS number 3030. Additional conditions or exclusions may apply.
V-Mogul.
KHOW News Time, 5:03.
A Denver-based company is helping rescue the Thai soccer team and coach from a cave. Patrick Blott with Intermap Technologies says their sensors and data can see things that the eyes cannot.
We're supporting them with this intelligence that they can't otherwise, make really efficient decisions without. So things like the depths, things like the flow vectors and where water is likely to go as these water levels rise, things like the potential entry and exit points.
Intermap Technologies is giving their services for free. So far, 8 of the boys have been rescued. They are in the hospital in good condition. You could have a chance to score half-price tickets to a Broncos game.
There are about 2,000 half-price seats available for each Broncos home game. Most are single seats. To be eligible to buy on the 25th, you'll need to register with the Ticketmaster Verified Fan Program by July 23rd. Some of the tickets can be had for as low as $16.50.
That's reporter Jerry Bell. That's the latest. I'm Susan Whitkin.
This report is brought to you by USAA Life Insurance Company.
Busy highways for the drive. C470 has been a trouble spot. There was some debris on the highway. Eastbound C470 between Alameda and Morrison Road. Looks like that is wrapped up. Problem with a stall westbound C470 after Lucent Boulevard. That's creating some backups. Nissan Intelligent Mobility can navigate you through a busy commute. An accident's backing up northbound 225 just before Parker Road over in that right lane. And an accident being called out eastbound I-70 at Quebec. Then forecast tonight, clear skies, low of 63. Sunny tomorrow, high of 96. Wednesday, slight chance for an afternoon storm. Right now, 94 degrees. With the traffic and weather, I'm Susan Thielen, 630 KHOW.
Today is the day to get USAA life insurance, and for less than you may think. Visit USAA.com. Life insurance provided by USAA Life Insurance Company, San Antonio, Texas. Subject to state availability, issue limitations, and contract terms and conditions.
Hey, Mikey. It's Michael Brown.
You can try to find Michael Brown. Brownie, you're doing a heck of a job.
This is the Michael Brown Show.
Hold on tight to your dream. Yeah. Hold on tight to your dream.
All right, let's get to some serious news now that we've beat that horse to death. That will be, well, the horse will come back alive in about 1 hour and 55 minutes when the president walks into the East Room and announces his nominee to replace Justice Anthony Kennedy and the left that's already gone apoplectic. You know, it's kind of like, well, I was going to draw a parallel between sexual activity and their response. They're kind of premature, don't you think? Like, don't you think it's a little early to well, you get it. A self-styled traditional healer in Nigeria has died after one of his clients tested his bulletproof charms. Hey, Michael, I got some bulletproof charms here that I got from a Nigerian princess, and I'd like for you to test them out. Why, certainly. You know what? I'm feeling suicidal anyway. Just come on and here, let me put those charms around my neck, and you get that 44 Magnum and just aim it right there at those charms, and I'm quite sure I'll be okay. Chinika Adzui, 26, was killed after instructing the man to shoot him as he was wearing the charms around his neck. The Popo in the country's southeastern Imo state say the client has been arrested on suspicion of murder. Charms are popular in Nigeria, where traditional healers are consulted for cures for various ailments. I got this ailment. It's called I'm living. Can you cure me of that? Yep, I got a charm for that. It takes a charm and, well, you don't even need a 44 mag, just a charm. Oh, I know, you need an assault weapon. Yeah, a charm and assault weapon. There have been several reports of people being killed after testing bulletproof charms and medicines. A young man had gone to the healer to prepare bulletproof charms for him, which the native doctor did, according to a villager that told the newspaper Punch. I didn't know Punch was still around. Huh. To prove the efficacy of the new charms, he positioned and handed over a gun to his customer. Tragedy struck. Back in January, a traditional medicine seller was arrested after a man drank a bullet-repelling liquid and was shot dead. The seller in northwestern Nigeria reportedly assured the man that he could not die if he was shot. So here's the deal. I'm going to give you a shot that will keep you from getting shot. But let's not make fun of Nigerians, shall we? Instead, let's go to, where was this? I think this is Ohio, but it may be Indiana. Does it make any difference? No. But we know it's in the United States. A couple that was high on suspected bath salts who thought fireflies were green lasers from aliens. I bet they're Democrats. I bet they're Hillary voters. A couple high on suspected bath salts who thought fireflies were green lasers from aliens are accused of breaking into 2 homes in Clinton County last weekend. Catherine McCloskey and Jesse Shields, here, those of you on YouTubes and Facebook, Tell me those aren't two good-looking individuals. Yep. When you look at them, don't you think either meth or bath salts? That's what I thought. Told the Popo they spent Friday night driving a pick-em-up truck around the Loganton area of Clinton County, and after dark they started seeing green lights similar to fireflies. McCloskey told the Popo they knew they were not lightning bugs because they were blinking twice. So Shields grabbed a .357 belonging to her father, got out, and fired it to scare off whoever was messing with them at about 12:37 in the morning Saturday. He then ran to a nearby home. He was met at the door by the homeowner, who he asked to call the Popo. While talking on the phone, the guy told investigators he saw Shields use a pistol to smash the window in the screen door and then came on inside. After waiting 20 minutes for the police, Shields walked and McCloskey drove to a neighbor's house. The neighbors, Gary and Glemma Emil, said they were awakened by someone screaming from inside their house. They said they discovered these two in their living room yelling about being attacked and to call 911. McCloskey was crying. That's the woman. While the homeowner's wife was calling 911, the homeowner was able to get the gun from the guy. While in the home, the guy asked to take a shower to get the goo off him that was burning his skin. He's been charged with burglary, criminal trespass, possession of a firearm without a license, possession of a controlled substance, and paraphernalia. You know what that means when they got charged with paraphernalia? They had stuff. Yep. Reckless endangerment, criminal mischief, public intoxication, disorderly conduct, and dumbassery. That's what it says right here. That's what it says. Now, McCloskey, the woman, was charged with burglary, criminal trespass, DUI, disorderly conduct, public drunkenness. $15,000 bail. They couldn't make the bail. They're still in the hoosgow. Drunken seagulls have been taken to the Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animal Welfare Centers after drinking discarded alcohol on the beach. This happened in, why can I not find out where these things happen? I think this was in the UK. Yeah, because it's the Royal Society of the Royal Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals. You see, we don't have no stinking royalty, so this has to be the UK. They've had nearly 30 drunken birds reeking of alcohol in 2 weeks. One theory is they're drinking leftover alcohol at beaches, rendering them too drunk to walk or fly. I wonder if they got arrested. Flying while drunk. Or, seagulls waddling while drunk. We only had a couple of isolated cases last year, and this year it's just gotten out of control. He said some of the gulls looked terrible, while others have been so poorly they died. Others have recovered after a day or so of rest and rehydration. Birds have been placed in drunk tanks so they can sober up. They all seem to have ingested some sort of grain, possibly from a brewery, that appears to have made them inebriated. But it's odd because inquiries reveal these byproducts should only have trace amounts of alcohol left or out. They're drunken birds. And the last but not least of the good news stories of the day, at least 2 suspected rhino poachers. I don't like poachers. I'm all for shooting pheasant, quail, elk, deer, whatever you want to shoot. I'm all for it. But do it legally. This is karma, and karma is a bitch. At least 2 suspected rhino poachers have been mauled to death and eaten by lions on a South African game reserve. Rangers discovered the remains of 2, possibly 3 people in a lion enclosure in the reserve near the southeast town of Kenton-on-Sea. A high-powered rifle and an axe were found. You know what? Who says that animals don't know what's going on? Yep. They said, you know what? We've been told that these goobers were poaching some of the rhinos. Let's go take them down. Boom. Burp.
You're listening to The Michael Brown Show.
This report brought to you by USAA Life Insurance Company.
Slowdowns and a busy drive up and down the highways. Northbound 225 at a standstill. Single-digit speeds heading out of the tech center. Multi-car crash. Northbound 225 approaching Parker Road on the shoulder. Solid delays from I-25 on up to Parker. C470 both directions. A stall westbound. C470 approaching Santa Fe. All lanes open. An accident eastbound. C470 approaching University. And a crash on eastbound I-70 at Quebec. Center's forecast tonight, clear skies, low of 63. Sunny tomorrow with a high of 96, low to mid-90s on Wednesday. Only a slight chance for an afternoon storm. Right now it's 94. For the traffic and weather, I'm Susan Phelan, 630 KHOW.
Today is the day to get USAA life insurance, and for less than you may think. Visit USAA.com. Life insurance provided by USAA Life Insurance Company, San Antonio, Texas. Subject to state availability, issue limitations, and contract terms and conditions.
You know, I told you a few years ago I turned down endorsing a solar company because when I looked at their business model and their financials, I just could not recommend it to you, my listeners. Well, that's no longer the case after working with Zoetic Solar. With Zoetic Solar, they simply replace your current electric bill as payment for your own solar panels. So your monthly out-of-pocket is the same, except that now you own your energy instead of renting it. There's no down payment, and once your panels are paid off, you've got free energy for life. You own those solar panels as opposed to renting them. And when Zoetic Solar puts solar panels on your roof, they're also going to insulate your attic and put in a smart home thermostat, all for free, saving you even more money. And Zoetic Solar is a Colorado-owned and operated company right here in Denver, just a couple of blocks from me. So if you're thinking about solar for your home or your business, I want you to call these guys for a free quote. Call them right now, 888-637-4447. That's 888-637-4447.
Take your home like it is and let us help you make it like you want it. Hi, Dan Cicchini, Done Right Kitchens and Baths, Windows and Doors. We've been doing just that for over 30 years now. 800-362-8370 or drhi.com.
If you've saved a lot for retirement, you feel pretty good. But without some advanced, comprehensive planning, taxes could be your biggest expense in retirement. This is Linda Gardner, host of Your Money, Your Retirement, heard every Saturday here on 630 KHOW. As a comprehensive retirement planner and with my background as a CPA, having practiced in taxes for more than 20 years here in Colorado, I'm always keeping an eye on taxes when we put together your retirement plan. There may be ways to save significant amounts on taxes if you know what you're doing. Why pay more than your fair share in taxes during retirement if you don't have to? Call me, Linda Gardner, to schedule your complimentary no-obligation retirement planning strategy session. Don't let taxes derail your retirement. You can call right now, 720-488-8604. That's 720-488-8604, or reach out online at yourmoneyyourretirement.com.
I'm Robert, and I'm a patient of the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. I was in a funk because I couldn't perform sexually. I had the desire, but I didn't have the physical ability. I lived with this problem for about 12 years. It was depressing and wasn't good for my relationship. I would tell guys who were in a similar situation to skip the fake ads that promise all kinds of things and deliver little or nothing. Go to a legitimate agency that understands your problem medically. Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic were very friendly. They took their time. They understood exactly why I was there. They were very matter-of-fact, very professional. Amongst other things, I felt very confident that what they were doing was safe. If you struggle with ED, like I did, I would suggest that you overcome your initial embarrassment of the problem and don't just live with it. There is an effective treatment for ED. There are people who understand the problem. Those people are at Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic.
This is Jeff, director of the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. You don't have to live with ED anymore. Give us a call at 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
Now's the perfect time to join a fan club at Isle Casino Hotel Blackhawk. New members can win up to $1,000 in fan play or other great prizes just for signing up. Everyone's a winner and membership is free. Plus, provide a valid email address and you'll receive $5 in free fan play. Stop by Isle Casino Hotel Blackhawk and sign up today. Must be 21. All terms, conditions, rewards, and benefits are subject to change or revocation without notice. Eligibility and exceptions apply. See official rules. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
I'm consumer advocate Tom Martino. Get a licensed plumber or HVAC tech in your home for just $39. A safe, complete, and predictable way to find out what's wrong. Just $39. If you have them do any of the needed repairs, that diagnostic fee is waived. The best value in heating and air. Online at fixmyhome.com. That's fixmyhome.com.
When your house is in trouble, fix it 24/7. We'll be there on the double.
Save more with Liberty Mutual Insurance.
Hey Todd, Liberty Mutual just saved me $782.
Liberty did what?
Yeah, it's a lot of money.
Maybe I should switch to Liberty Mutual.
Visit us online to... Hey, stop echoing.
Sorry.
Visit us online to get a quote, and you could save $782. Liberty Mutual Insurance. Based on a recent countrywide new customer survey, coverage is underwritten by Liberty Mutual Insurance Company, Equal Housing Insurance.
Dad, what are you doing?
Cramming for college.
I'm the one going to college.
Yeah, but we need to figure out how we're going to pay for it all.
Discover Student Loans.
Discover does student loans?
Yeah, they're one of the top student loan lenders in the country. It takes 15 minutes or less to apply, and there are no fees for the life of the loan. Best of all, I can earn cash rewards if I get good grades.
Really?
Yeah, we still have time to apply and get a great rate.
So I can just chill. College kids still say that, right?
No one says that, Dad.
Really?
Yeah.
Visit discoverstudentloans.com to apply today. Limitations apply.
President Trump announces his Supreme Court nominee tonight at 7 on 630 KHOW.
Suntan toes tickling the sand, cold drink chilling in my right hand, watching you sleep in the evening light, resting up for a long, long night. 'Cause when the sun goes down, we'll be grooving. When the sun goes down, we're feeling alright. When the sun sinks down over the water, everything gets hotter when the sun goes down, yeah.
You know what I'm just kind of getting tired of? There's a story about Stephen Miller, who is a advisor to President Trump, getting harassed in must have been a sushi restaurant because, and I haven't read the whole story, but apparently he was getting harassed in the restaurant. And so he dumped out $80 worth of sushi or dumped it or threw it away or left it and walked out, something. But well, let me see if I still have the headline up, because I would hate to mislead you about. I don't want OBS. I want Yahoo News. Where was it? Boom, ba, bum, bum, bum. Do, 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 bum, ba, bum, bum. Angie, I need some Stephen Miller reportedly threw out $80 worth of sushi after a bartender at the restaurant flipped him off. White House senior advisor Stephen Miller threw out $80 worth of sushi after a bartender at the restaurant he ordered from flipped him off as he walked out of the restaurant. There is a sickness, a true sickness among the left. You know, I pretty much despised, and pretty much do despise, progressives, Marxists, Democrats. But I'm not uncivil, incivil, rude, or, sometimes I can be snarky. And I might flip somebody off, surreptitiously. But why do we have to now resort to this public harassment of people that either support the president by wearing a Make America Great Again hat, or by working for the president, or somehow even being associated with the president? I don't get it. Richmond, Virginia bookstore owner Nick Cook called the Popo on Saturday after a woman verbally accosted Steve Bannon, who doesn't even work for Trump anymore, And in fact, I don't think Steve Bannon is even associated with Breitbart anymore. Steve Bannon's just kind of a loser out there. Richmond, Virginia bookstore owner Nick Cook called the Popo on Saturday after a woman verbally accosted Bannon and then refused to leave his store. The woman reportedly called Bannon a piece of trash. See, I'd have never done that. It'd have been you're a piece of, before the bookstore owner asked her to leave. According to this story in the Richmond Dispatch, Steve Bannon was simply standing, looking at books, minding his own business. I asked her to leave, and she wouldn't. And I said, this is the store owner, well, I'm going to call the cops if you don't. And so I went to call the cops, and she left. And that's the end of the story. Except that it's not. The woman who was harassing Steve Bannon and was asked to leave by the bookstore owner because he simply, maybe a bookstore owner shouldn't be able to refuse service. I mean, what if this woman was a lesbian? What if she was a black? What if she had a prosthetic arm? What if she was a transgender? What if she was an alien? What if she was a Republican? The woman's name is something Rhines. So she did what's called doxing, D-O-X-X-I-N-G. She responded by tweeting out the address, the phone number, and the email address for the gentleman's store, Black Swan Books. A woman saw Steve Bannon in a Virginia bookstore. She took the opportunity to call him a piece of trash. Nick Cook, the owner of Black Swan Books, called the Popo. She defended her decision to publicize the store's contact information in an email to the Daily Caller News Foundation. You may have some very fine people on both sides. They may want to contact the store, as many did after Sarah Slanders was asked by the owner to leave the Red Hen restaurant. For convenience, I copied and pasted the store's contact us page. No, that's not the purpose. Because here's, as Paul Harvey would say, the rest of the story. The woman is a former advisor to Hillary Clinton. So do you think she was just trying to, well, I'm just trying to be helpful to make certain that, friends of mine don't go to a bookstore where Steve Bannon went and I was kicked out of because, well, I was causing a ruckus. She said, I'm providing a service to the public by providing the contact information the bookstore posted on their website, presumably with the hope of being contacted. I presented facts without encouraging any behavior. Bull crap. The doxing of people that you disagree with by the left is going to get somebody killed. Mark my words. Doxing's going to cause some SWAT team to show up somewhere. It's going to cause some police department that fails to do their due diligence before they send a bunch of officers to bash down somebody's house. It's going to get somebody killed. And you know what I believe? Get ready, if you're on the left, to be offended. I think that's exactly what you want. I think this whole thing, I watched a video of Mitch McConnell. I'm not a big supporter of Mitch McConnell, but I watched Mitch McConnell getting harassed by a bunch of lefty moonbats, a bunch of, I won't call them goobers because I call you guys goobers. They're following him after having lunch somewhere as he walks around the corner down an alley to get into his SUV to drive off. I have a simple question. Where the hell was Mitch McConnell's security detail? He is the Senate Majority Leader. And I don't care if he's home in Kentucky. I don't care where he is. The left has caused you and I to have to pay for increased security of elected officials. Now, I don't think every dumbass congressman ought to have a security detail, unless there's special circumstances. But the left harassing people in public is going to get somebody killed. And I sincerely believe that's what they want. They just don't want it to be them.
You're listening to The Michael Brown Show.
Hey, everyone, stay tuned. Let's talk to Bob Smith over at RCS Wealth Management. So, Bob, I assume there's some misconceptions about annuities.
Oh, yes. There are a lot of misconceptions about annuities. But, you know, when you look at annuities, there are many different types. And one of the first misconceptions that I find is people tell me, oh, our new annuities are too expensive. Well, they might be. But on the other hand, if you do your research and take a look at things out there, there might be annuities out there there are no fees. There might be low-charged annuities. So you really got to take a look at how annuities fit into your overall plan when you go into retirement. So not all annuities are the same.
And that's exactly why, if you're thinking about annuity or you're entering into retirement or thinking about retirement, you need to call Bob over at RCS Wealth Management. An easy phone number to remember, 303-777-5500, 303-777-5500, or check him out online, rcswealth.com.
Investment advisory services offered through Brookstone Capital Management, LLC, BCM, a registered investment advisor. BCM and RCS Wealth Management are independent of each other.
This is Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW, an iHeart radio station with Ross Kaminsky mornings, Michael Brown afternoons, KHOW, Denver.
From the Fox Business Network, all the major averages posting their third session of gains. Among the leaders today on Wall Street, industrials, tech, and energy, with the Dow closing up 320 points, NASDAQ up 68, S&P 500 up 24. And Twitter stock falling around 5% after the Washington Post reported that the company is cleaning up its platform and taking down more fake accounts than ever. The stock declining on what appears to be concerns around user growth. And more restaurants are going strawless, with Starbucks announcing it will be phasing out plastic straws by 2020. The coffee shop giant will use recyclable, strawless lids, an alternative material straw option in its more than 28,000 stores around the globe. Last month, McDonald's announced that it would start testing plastic straw alternatives at certain U.S. locations later this year, and the burger chain recently said it would switch to paper straws in the UK and Ireland by next year. With the Fox Business Report, I'm Hillary Barsky.
You wouldn't put a square peg in a round hole, so why would you deploy a traditional firewall in a modern decentralized network? Firewalls have new requirements for businesses leveraging SaaS-based applications and public cloud platforms like AWS, Azure, and Google Cloud. We're in the cloud generation now, so your firewalls have to be engineered to fit right in. Reclaim your cloud network. Try a Barracuda Cloud Generation Network or application firewall free at barracuda.com/firewalls.
This report is brought to you by USAA Life Insurance Company.
Big delays across Highlands Ranch, eastbound C470, single-digit speed. Traffic is nearly stopped. An accident in the construction, eastbound C470 approaching University. And that is traffic nearly stopped from Lucent Boulevard. That is a tough drive. If you want to get around it, take County Line. Jam ups along the I-70 drive with an accident eastbound I-70. It's Quebec. And a crash coming out of the Tech Center, northbound 225 up near Parker Road on the shoulder, heavy from I-25. Then with forecast, clear skies tonight, low of 63. Sunny, dry tomorrow with a high of 96. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, sunny skies, only a slight chance for afternoon storms. Right now it is 94. With traffic and weather, I'm Susan Phelan, 630 KHOW.
Today is a day to get USAA life insurance, and for less than you may think. Visit USAA.com. Life insurance provided by USAA Life Insurance Company, San Antonio, Texas. Subject to state availability, issue limitations, and contract terms and conditions.
You know, all of us know or have heard a story about somebody getting a contractor, paying them a lot of money, only to get the job never done. Now, if you want to avoid that and you want to remodel your kitchen or bath, then you need to call Brian with Professional Home Design. Brian is fully licensed and insured. And unlike other bathroom and kitchen remodeling companies, Brian and Professional Home Design does everything. They put in the cabinets, countertops, plumbing, electrical fixtures. There's no part of the job that they're not qualified and certified to do. And here's why I like the way they do business. Once you sign the agreement and the work is scheduled, you meet with their designer at the showroom and you pick out your own tile, countertops, vanity cabinets, whatever. And then Professional Home Design buys everything it costs and passes that savings on to you. No markups, Call Brian and call or text him about your kitchen or bathroom remodeling right now. 720-369-8998 or online, professionalhomedesignsltd.com.
Whether you're considering a home purchase or refinance, Belco has an amazing offer that could save you thousands of dollars. For a limited time, when you apply for a Belco First Mortgage, you'll pay no origination fee at closing. This is just one of the many ways Belco can help you combat rising home prices and give you more buying power in a competitive housing market. For conditions and restrictions on our no origination fee offer, visit belco.org/mortgage. Membership eligibility required. Equal housing opportunity. All loans subject to approval. Belco. Banking for everyone.
Walgreens has good news for anyone managing diabetes. We've got your back. That's right. Walgreens pharmacists are here to consult with you in person and answer any questions you may have about new and existing medications. You can even get free advice from our trusted experts day and night at walgreens.com or the mobile app. Walgreens has all major brands of diabetes testing supplies like OneTouch and Walgreens True Metrics. That's not just good news, it's great news. Stop by and talk to your Walgreens pharmacist today. Walgreens, trusted since 1901.
If you have frequent heartburn, take control of it with Prilosec OTC. Instead of stashing antacids everywhere, like in your junk drawer, buried under old batteries and hotel pens, or in your purse, hiding in the one pocket you won't check. You even have antacids on your nightstand, which are very hard to see in the dark. It's time you stopped stashing antacids and started taking Prilosec OTC. 1 pill a day, 24 hours, zero heartburn.
It's possible with Prilosec OTC. Use as directed for 14 days, not for immediate relief.
Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW.
I sure do hope this is a long night, 'cause I've never felt one so right. Each look into your eyes I'm falling a little more and more. Looks like we started us a fire, wrapped up in flames of desire. With every touch they're burning higher, two shadows dancing on the wall, with nothing on but the radio. Feel the music playing soft and slow. You and me and the lights down low, with nothing on but the radio.
Oh man, people are upset about Maxine Waters getting in trouble. Maxine got in trouble from Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi for speaking out. And some 200 black members of black elected officials around the country have rebuked Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer for going after Maxine. And I got to say, I'm with them. I'm with them. Not with her, I'm with them. I say that Maxine Waters not only has a right to speak her mind, she has an obligation. And I would, if I need to start a GoFundMe campaign, if I need to raise money for Maxine to keep her in office, I will do whatever it takes. And all you goober conservatives that want to silence Maxine Waters, shut up. You know, Maxine, what I like about her is Maxine is like me. She likes a straight shooter.
Well, now, there are several very important differences between human beings and animals that you should know about.
The American public needs to stay outraged.
Obama passed it, and leave it alone!
Now, I want you to argue with them and get in their face, get in their face, get in their face.
I know whose ass to kick.
This unworthy president, he does not deserve to be the president of the United States. Outrageous, outrageous.
You and me, baby, ain't nothing but mammals, so let's do it like they do on the Discovery Channel.
Do it again now.
You and me, baby, ain't nothing but mammals.
If you shoot me, you better shoot straight. There's nothing like a wounded animal.
If you shoot me, you better shoot straight, because there's nothing worse than a wounded animal. I love Maxine.
Better
shoot straight, there's nothing like a wounded animal.
Dog meat, tough. Snake meat, tougher. And roasted grasshoppers, crunchy.
Outrageous, outrageous.
Courtesy of Adam Curry. This is probably the best Maxine mix I've ever heard.
This is a bunch of scumbags. That's what they are. Hello? You are out of order. You are out of order. Shut up. Down south, the charm was left behind. Every time she opens her mouth, she's lost her mind. Her bones been greased so often, it's like the jar of Vaseline. For her kind of wanted, there is no vaccine. Vaccine waters got crazy in her eyes. Vaccine waters. Storms around Putin. Putin is continuing to advance into Korea. South Central. The sea is too uptight. She don't like the ghetto, so she moved where everybody's white. $5 million mansion, where she get the cash to put down. She took affirmative action. Can't swear them down, they're gonna drown. She's so full of lies. Vaccine waters. No, it's classified and we can't tell you anything. All I can tell you is the FBI director has no credibility. She's a master. It's a nightmare of the American dream. The war is getting better. Politics near wins. The red lines really matter. To the queen of the poverty pimps. Vaccine waters. She can't reclaim her time. Reclaim her time. Vaccine waters. Reclaiming my time. Reclaiming my time. Reclaiming my time. Thank you very much. You know, you're back to balance my time. This liberal will be all about socializing. Will be about basically taking over and the government running all of your companies. I'd like for you to repeat that.
My final question to you, Congressman Engel.
No, you have not. Excuse me.
When you think about Maxine, going all the way back to that time that she was talking to the oil company executives and said that this liberal will be all about socializing. I said the wrong word. I mean, this liberal will be all about and rattling around in her brain. The neurons are they're not firing properly. It's like she needs a tune-up. It's just not working right. It's like she put regular in a high-octane engine and it's just this liberal will be all about socializing. That's what I want to do, but I can't say it. All the way through to today, she really is the face of the new Democrat Party. Irrational, irresponsible, a socialist at heart, all for redistribution. She is, as I always like to point out, through bipartisan organizations, designated as one of the, if not the most corrupt member of the United States Congress. So for every single Republican conservative who attacks her, leave her alone. Mock her, repeat what she says, point out how stupid it is, but don't shut her up.
You're listening to The Michael Brown Show.
This report is brought to you by USAA Life Insurance Company.
C470 is a rough drive. Highland Ranch area. Both directions of the highway are stopped. Problems on each side of the highway eastbound. C470 approaching University. It's an accident. Left lane is blocked off. Traffic jam solid to loosens. And a problem westbound. C470 approaching University. Want to avoid the highway? Hop on County Line. An accident eastbound I-70 to Quebec. Heavy from I-25. And delays out of the tech center. Crash backing up northbound 225 up near Parker Road. Then forecast tonight, clear skies, low of 63. Sunny, dry tomorrow with a high of 96. Sunny skies through the rest of the week, low to mid-90s. Right now it is 94 degrees. With the traffic and weather, I'm Susan Phelan, 630 KHOW.
Today is the day to get USAA life insurance, and for less than you may think. Visit USAA.com. Life insurance provided by USAA Life Insurance Company, San Antonio, Texas. Subject to state availability, issue limitations, and contract terms and conditions.
I know that a lot of you are thinking about selling your home and getting one that you really want, but I also know that you have the same fear that we all have, and that is, if I sell my house, can I actually find another one? Well, Bobby Bolden has been selling homes for more than 40 years, and she says you got to know the tricks and techniques to finding the right house at the right price. Because getting your house sold in this market, well, that's the easy part. But learning how to pick the best offer to make sure that it closes with the least hassle and the top dollar for you, well, that's the trick. Well, Bobby is the one who teaches other realtors how to get top dollar for listings, to negotiate, and how to get the best possible deal for you. So when you list your home with Bobby, she's going to have it professionally staged and have HD photos taken to the house, and she pays for that out of her own pocket. She does that because it allows her to sell your home for 10 to 12% more on average than without it. So if you're thinking about selling your house, before you do anything, I want you to call Bobby. You're going to love her. Call Bobby right now at 303-618-2000. 303-618-2000.
By age 65, most Americans will have worked 90,000 hours. Those hours built your nest egg, which upon retiring you will need to generate your monthly income. That's because when you quit your JOB, you'll need INCOME. And since most of us don't have pensions, this will come from your portfolio. In just a few more weeks, the stock market will become the longest running bull market in American history. When the market turns from green, it'll go straight to red, with no yellow caution in between. If you let your portfolio drop, so will your income, and with it, perhaps your standard of living. Hi, this is Carlin Tucker, and I can help. For 36 years, I've been protecting my clients' portfolios and providing monthly income. We create all-season portfolios because with them, you're ready for wherever the market goes. You can reach me at Tucker Financial at 303-734-1234. You can also visit us at retirewithtucker.com or call now at 303-734-1234.
Information presented should not be viewed as personalized investment advice or as an offer to buy or sell or a solicitation of an offer to buy or sell any securities mentioned or otherwise. All investment strategies have the potential for a profit or loss.
When's the last time you replaced your toothbrush? Do you always brush twice a day for a full 2 minutes? Paying attention to these good habits has a huge impact on your health. Introducing Quip, spelled Q-U-I-P, the new electric toothbrush that helps to fix the brushing habits that most people get wrong. Quip does this with a lightweight and sleek design, simple timed vibrations and guiding pulses to give you a perfect 2-minute clean. Bulkier electric brushes have awkward charging stands, modes you don't need, and can cost 5 times as much. Quip starts at just $25, and you can get brush head refills automatically delivered on a dentist-recommended 3-month schedule for only $5, and shipping's free. Quip has been featured in GQ, Oprah's O-List, and Time Magazine named it one of the best inventions of the year. So go to getquip.com/KHOW right now and get your first refill pack free with a Quip electric toothbrush. That's your first refill pack free at getquip.com/KHOW, spelled GETQUIP.com/KHOW.
Take your home like it is and let us help you make it like you want it. Hi, Dan Cicchini, Done Right Kitchens and Baths, Windows and Doors. We've been doing just that for over 30 years now. 800-362-8370 or drhi.com.
Feel that heat? Heat is great around the pool, yard, patio, and parks, but no one wants heat under the collar. That cold, hard sweat you feel with that letter from the IRS? Did you really think ignoring back taxes would make them go away? Or what about that audit? Face it, you need help. I'm consumer advocate Tom Martino, recommending you get help from Larson Tax Relief, the only licensed team of experts on my referral list at referralist.com, who get between you and the IRS and negotiate the best possible settlement. Way better than doing it alone. I know Ron and Jack Larson personally. They are simply the best. They've seen thousands of cases like yours. They won't judge you, but they will make sure you get terms that work for you. Call 844-LARSON-TAX. Larson Tax Relief, where the emphasis is on relief. So enjoy your summer, the good kind of heat, and get the IRS and state out of your life. Call 844-LARSON-TAX. That's 844-LARSON-TAX.
Ever wonder why Miller High Life is called the champagne of beers? Because it's a flavorful, easy-drinking beer with a perfect storm of tiny champagne-like bubbles. And it's been that way since 1903.
If you've got the time,
welcome to the High Life.
We've got the beer, Miller Beer.
2018 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Drink High Life responsibly.
Dad, what are you doing?
Cramming for college.
I'm the one going to college.
Yeah, but we need to figure out how we're going to pay for it all.
Discover Student Loans.
Discover does student loans?
Yeah, they're one of the top student loan lenders in the country. It takes 15 minutes or less to apply, and there are no fees for the life of the loan. Best of all, I can earn cash rewards if I get good grades.
Really?
Yeah, we still have time to apply and get a great rate.
So I can just chill. College kids still say that, right?
No one says that, Dad.
Really?
Yeah.
Visit discoverstudentloans.com to apply today. Limitations apply.
It's one of the most impactful decisions he'll make as president. Later tonight at 7, President Trump names his pick for the Supreme Court. Who's replacing Justice Kennedy? Find out tonight at 7.
I think you're going to be extremely happy.
On Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW.
Time, downtime, break time, summertime, Miller time, anytime. She was looking pretty fine, real like, green like, go off, fired upside downtown. She was shaking me all around. I was tuned in, going nowhere. Second wind, Jones and drooling, feeling good if you would. Oh yeah, by the way she moves, she's got me rolling in dirt in a white t-shirt. Breaker, 19, she's a big old flirt. By now she's got me pretty tied up, tied down.
You know, Jeffrey Tubin over at CNN is all upset because President Trump had I think the rally was in Montana. I forget where he said it, but he said that Maxine had low IQ. Mr. President, whatever makes you think that?
She is a low IQ individual, Maxine Waters. I said it the other day. I mean, honestly, she's somewhere in the mid-60s, I believe.
Mid-60s. That's fantastic.
How about this Maxine Waters stuff over and over again, low IQ? How racist is that? Right. I mean, come on, let's just be honest about this. How many black people does the president have to attack in these terms? I mean, he's always like, whether it's NFL football players or, you know, the UCLA basketball players. I mean, come on. Is it a coincidence that he calls a senior black legislator low IQ? I mean, it's revolting, and we should just be clear about what's going on here.
What's going on? What is it? Maxine is not the brightest bulb. She's not the sharpest knife. But calling somebody dumb, stupid, unethical, outrageous, ludicrous, silly, ill-conceived, not well thought out, irrational, is not calling somebody racist or is not being racist. Jeffrey Tubin is just like every other commentator on the left. When you can't defend the argument, scream racism. If you can't defend Maxine, and look, do I like the President of the United States it's proper for me to refer to Maxine as low IQ. I really don't want my president doing that. But it is what it is, and I'm not going to change it, and so, all right, whatever. But don't then respond by calling him racist for pointing out just how stupid she actually is. Let's get a couple of taxpayer relief shots in. The first one comes to us, from Pueblo, Colorado.
Man is dead, shot by police. This happened yesterday afternoon. Police were called to a disturbance in which a man had been stabbed by another man near Mesa Avenue, about a block off I-25. No word on what led up to that shooting, but police shot a man who died to the hospital. The person stabbed also died. Pueblo police say the officer had a minor injury but was treated and released in that incident.
Wonder what was going on there. Richmond, Virginia.
In the front window of this Richmond home, a bullet hole. Another one in the door of the car parked out front. It's an indication of what went on here shortly after midnight.
A 47-year-old man had attempted to break into 2 homes before he successfully entered the home in the 3100 block, smashing a window.
But once inside the home, the suspect was confronted by one of the residents who was armed. Police say when the suspect refused to retreat, the resident shot him in the upper part of the body, critically injuring the suspect.
I heard popping. I was asleep. You know, it kind of roused me a little, but I rolled right back over.
Debbie Attaway lives next door with her husband and kids. She assumed the popping was fireworks because the neighborhood is relatively quiet most of the time. She only awoke later to find it was in fact gunfire as her neighbor was shooting the intruder.
I'm glad he did, and it kept everybody else safe because we don't know who he would have tried to hit next.
Police say the investigation is ongoing, but it appears the resident was acting in self-defense.
The homeowner and the family members inside the home had no other option but to protect themselves from the suspect that wouldn't retreat.
Yep. Bingo. Dead. Mount Forest Township, Michigan. Popo have released the name of a pin-cunning man shot dead after he broke into his girlfriend's rural home. Jeremy Michael Knight, 43, is the man the Popo say was killed by his girlfriend's mom. By his girlfriend's mom's boyfriend. Jiminy Christmas. We got like 15 relationships here. The Popos say he was killed by his girlfriend's mom's boyfriend in the early morning hours of last Friday. The 65-year-old man who killed him is also no longer in the police custody. They responded to a shooting at a house, blah, 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 blah. Early in the morning, Knight called his 31-year-old girlfriend, threatened her. Shortly thereafter, Knight came to her house, kicked in the dead-bolted door. Knight proceeded to assault his girlfriend, her mom, and her mom's boyfriend. During the attack, the mom's boyfriend retrieved a handgun and shot Knight. The handgun was registered, and the shooter was cooperative with responding Popo. Well, you know, you just gotta stop haranguing your ex-girlfriend. Or even if you think it's your current girlfriend, if she says, "I'm done, stay away," I'd stay away. Because you never know when you break through that door, the girlfriend's mom's boyfriend's uncle, whose cousin is third removed, might be there, and you just might get shot by all of them. Well, could.
The Michael Brown Show continues after this.
Need a new roof? Get the best. ExcelRoofing.com.
Hey, it's Michael Brown from Mike Ward Infiniti, Maserati, Alfa Romeo, Fiat, and McLaren. You know, I've known Mike Ward and his family for decades. When I leased a new car, it was Mike Ward Infiniti, Maserati, Alfa Romeo, Fiat, and McLaren. Go see Mike Ward at C470 in Lucin, and remember, just drive it.
Hi, it's Dave Logan. You know, I met with the folks over at Online Trading Academy, and if you're looking to change your career path, I would suggest you go check these guys out. Stop chasing a paycheck and start chasing your dreams. They'll teach you a highly highly precise, patented method of trading the market from anywhere you want to be. Sign up for the Online Trading Academy's full half-day class this week. Classes are limited and fill up fast. Online Trading Academy, the only financial educator I personally endorse. Reserve your free class by calling 303-547-3588 or tradingacademy.com.
This report is brought to you by the Samsung Galaxy S9.
It'll be mostly clear tonight with a low of 63. Hot again tomorrow, a high of 97. Mostly sunny with a chance for an afternoon thunderstorm on Wednesday, a high of 95 degrees.
You have the Samsung Galaxy S9, the fastest smartphone in your hands, in your house, and your workplace, in your city. You have the fastest smartphone ever.
Analysis by Ookla of speed test intelligent data for February to April 2018, comparing mean download speeds weighted averages on major nationwide carriers 4G LTE network results.
This is Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW, an iHeart radio station. With Ross Kaminsky mornings, Michael Brown afternoons, KHOW, Denver.
This is a Fox News alert, 1 hour away. I'm Lisa Lacera. We have the names of the finalists, but we'll have to wait until President Trump makes the official announcement on who will replace retiring Justice Anthony Kennedy on the Supreme Court. Fox's John Decker live at the White House.
Amy Coney Barrett reportedly in Indiana tonight, crossing her off the list of finalists. The president said to have narrowed his choice down to 3 federal judges: Brett Kavanaugh, Raymond Kethledge, and Thomas Hardiman. Utah Republican Senator Orrin Hatch will be at the White House for tonight's announcement.
Well, I think the president really wants somebody who's going to uphold the Constitution and stand behind those laws and quit playing politics with the Supreme Court.
If Democrats hope to block the president's choice, their only option is to convince at least one Republican senator to break ranks and vote against the president's nominee. Lisa?
John, the top Senate Democrat already sending up a warning signal despite not knowing who the choice is.
Everyone ought to understand what it means for the freedom of women to make their own health care decisions, and for the protection for Americans with pre-existing conditions. Those rights will be gravely threatened.
Senate Democratic leader Chuck Schumer. You can hear live coverage of President Trump's announcement beginning at 9 p.m. Eastern on many of these Fox radio stations. Another former FBI employee named in documents surrounding the Clinton email investigation will testify before Congress this week.
Multiple sources now confirmed to Fox News that former FBI lawyer Lisa Page is expected to appear before 2 House panels Wednesday for a closed-door deposition. The following day, FBI agent Peter Strzok is scheduled to publicly testify about the Clinton email and Russia cases. Strzok and Page, who sent anti-Trump text messages during an extramarital affair, were removed from the Russia case.
Fox's Catherine Herridge in Washington. Fox News, fair and balanced.
I'm Jay Farner, CEO of Quicken Loans. Buying a home should be one of life's best experiences, but today's fluctuating interest rates can leave you with unexpected higher payments. And that can turn a great experience into an anxious one. At Quicken Loans, we've created a new way to protect you from unpredictable interest rates. It's called the Power Buying Process. We check your income, assets, and credit to provide you with a verified approval, which can give you the strength of a cash buyer. Once verified, you qualify for our exclusive Rate Shield approval. First, we lock your interest rate for up to 90 days while you find your new home. Then, once you've found your new home, if rates have gone up, your rate stays locked. But if rates have gone down, your rate drops, and you get to keep that new lower rate. Either way, you win. Call us today at 800-QUICKEN or go to rocketmortgage.com.
Rate Shield approval only valid on certain 30-year fixed-rate loans. Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender. Licensed in all 50 states. NMLS number 3030. Additional conditions or exclusions may apply.
KHOW News Time, 6:03.
A Denver-based company is using its 3D mapping technology to help rescue the soccer team stuck in a cave in Thailand.
We were able to provide, within about 3 hours, a fully rendered three-dimensional model with a high degree of accuracy of that whole cave network and area.
Patrick Blatt with Intermap Technologies says half of their workforce is located in Asia. So far, 8 of the boys have been rescued. Crews are preparing to go back into the cave to bring out the remaining 4 boys and their coach. Unless they get a new contract, it appears Frontier Airlines pilots are ready to go on strike. Frontier and the pilots union have been in mediated talks since October 2016. Last year, 100% of the pilots voted to authorize a strike. Union claims the pilots make 40% less and their peers at other major airlines. Discounted single-game Broncos tickets go on sale July 25th. There are about 2,000 half-price seats available for each game. That's the latest. I'm Susan Whitkin.
This report is brought to you by USAA Life Insurance Company.
Busy ride along the highways and a bunch of problems. C470 jammed up on both sides of the highway. Ongoing construction. There's been accidents east direction on C470 near University. That westbound direction is stopped from Quebec to University. Avoid C470. You can hop on County Line to get around this. As a stall on eastbound I-70 approaching Vasquez in the left lane. Stop and go from I-25 on out. Accident southbound Santa Fe just past I-25. Nissan Intelligent Mobility can route you around any backups. Then forecast, clear skies tonight, low 63, sunny and dry tomorrow with a high near 96. Right now, 94 degrees. With the traffic and weather, I'm Susan Phelan, 630 KHOW.
Today is the day to get USAA life insurance, and for less than you may think. Visit USAA.com. Life insurance provided by USAA Life Insurance Company, San Antonio, Texas. Subject to state availability, issue limitations, and contract terms and conditions.
It's Michael Brown.
You can try to find Michael Brown. Brownie, you're doing a heck of a job.
This is the Michael Brown Show.
Hold on tight to your dream. Yeah. Hold on tight to your dream.
In case you haven't heard, in about 55 minutes, the President of the United States is going to walk into the East Room, I assume the East Room, and announce his nominee to replace the retiring Justice Anthony Kennedy. The left has already gone apoplectic, and we don't even know who the nominee is. The left would go apoplectic regardless of who the nominee is. Look, as long as somebody asked on Facebook who my choice was, and my choice still is U.S. Senator Mike Lee from Utah, but that's not going to happen. And the others, I don't know. Look, they all have the stamp of approval from the Federalist Society. And as long as they are in good standing, and I don't mean membership-wise, but as long as they're in good standing with the Federalist Society, then I would be okay. It's beyond our control. There's nothing we can do or say. What's going to happen is going to happen. The thing that I hope has occurred is that whomever he has chosen, that he's had some backdoor, back channel conversations with Mitch McConnell. Because I want, as much as I dislike Mitch McConnell, I want Mitch McConnell to give him some feedback as to whether or not some of these dipwads like Susan Collins of Maine or Lisa Murkowski of Alaska, who else are some of the dipwads? No, John McCain, but I don't think his vote counts because I don't think he's going to show up to vote. And quite honestly, unless we know for a fact that John McCain is going to vote to confirm whoever the nominee is, unless we know that for certain, I just prefer that John McCain stay home. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, our new favorite socialist, elected from the state of New York, has said this about our immigration system. See if you can make sense of it.
We've been talking a lot about the immigration issues at the border. You ran on an Abolish ICE campaign. What would you see? It's only a 15-year-old agency, but if ICE went away, what would replace it?
Well, I think a lot of what we need to talk about is what...
No, the question was, if ICE went away, what would replace it? What is it? What is it about and I'm not going to just pin this on the Marxist, progressive, socialist Democrats. Republicans do this too. The question was, if you get rid of ICE, what would replace it? Do you know what I long for? Direct, to the point answers. So I guess I'll have to start shooting crack or doing something, because it's not going to happen. No way.
We've been talking a lot about the immigration issues at the border. You ran on an Abolish ICE campaign. What would you see? It's only a 15-year-old agency, but if ICE went away, what would replace it?
Well, I think a lot of what we need to talk about is what values our immigration system has been legislated on.
She's such a good little Obamaite. Well, you know, Joy, I'm glad you asked that question, because really what we need to be talking about is not what would replace it, because I don't have an answer for that. Instead, we should talk about our values. And our values are...
The original roots of the U.S. immigration system, the first immigration law, was the Chinese Exclusion Act. And our immigration system is built on a premise of exclusion.
That's correct. But she opposes that. We don't want just anybody here. Now, she's going to try to make it racist by going all the way back to the Chinese, to the Chinese Exclusion Act. But let's focus instead on, who do we want here? We want people who have means to support themselves. We want people who can or are willing to learn and will learn to speak English. We want people who will not become a burden to society, meaning that you and I don't have to pay for them. We want people who will assimilate, who want to be here not just to work. Look, I'm sick and tired of, well, Michael, they want to come here to work, and we should be glad for that. You know, I am glad for that. But just working here is only one aspect, and it's probably the least important aspect of an immigrant assimilating into American culture. It is more about your belief system. It is more about understanding that we are a republic. It's more about understanding that we have a limited, I laugh every time I think about this, a limited central government. And are you willing to live in this republic? Are you willing to adopt American values and American culture? If not, oh, by the way, we don't want you, if you're dying of some, incurable disease where suddenly the taxpayers are going to have to pay for your end-of-life coverage.
It's built on a premise of choosing who we want out.
No, it's built on a premise of choosing who we don't want in.
Instead of who we want in.
Yeah.
And I think that really we need to re-examine the values on which...
Re-examine values. You want to just spend the rest of the show re-examining values? Because the values that I believe in, I don't think you could find a Democrat today that shares values with what you and I believe in. I think there was a time, maybe it was prehistoric, like, prior to 2008, but there used to be Democrats that actually shared American values. And today the Democrat Party is so far gone, is so far to the left that, well, people like Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, who quite frankly would make a great member of the legislature in Venezuela or in the party apparatus of Cuba or some failed state like Mexico or some socialist state like New York.
And values of inclusion and values of what this country is about when we talk about our immigration policy.
Yeah. I want to show you, this is actually a video from Chicago. There's an anti-violence march taking place right now.
Oh, speaking of that anti-violence march taking place in Chicago, I don't have time for all. Well, we'll start it.
With this idea to have a barrier of Illinois State Police buses, correctional vans, and a number of Chicago police officers and heavy equipment separating the marchers on the right lanes of traffic from the left lanes, which are still moving.
In other words, They were going to have all of this stuff to keep them off the Dan Ryan Expressway in Chicago. That's the equivalent, although worse, than I-25 or I-70 going into downtown. And so the Chicago Police Commissioner set up so that the protesters could not block traffic. The mayor of Chicago, Obama's butt boy, said, oh, no. Let them shut down the expressways. And so you have a battle between the Chicago PD and Mayor Rahm Emanuel, and they shut down the expressway. What would happen, do you think? What would the news coverage be? Because they go on to talk about, they shut down the expressway. Yeah, traffic sucks. Yeah, BFD, right? What if the NRA had a group that shut down the Dan Ryan Expressway in Chicago? All hell would break loose.
You're listening to The Michael Brown Show.
This report is brought to you by USAA Life Insurance Company.
Heavy traffic up and down the highway. C470 is getting better. Had a couple of crashes. C470 each direction near University. All lanes have opened. Eastbound C470 approaching University, stop and go from Santa Fe over to University. And that westbound side also running slow from Yosemite to University. Want to avoid the highway, could take county line to get around this. Heavy traffic along I-70, crowded in both directions. Had a stall eastbound 70 near Vasquez. All lanes there open. Then forecast tonight, clear skies, low of 63. Sunny tomorrow with a high of 96. Sunny skies on Wednesday, only a slight chance for afternoon storms. Right now it's 94. With the traffic and weather, I'm Susan Thielen, 630 KHOW.
Today is the day to get USAA life insurance, and for less than you may think. Visit USAA.com. Life insurance provided by USAA Life Insurance Company, San Antonio, Texas. Subject to state availability, issue limitations, and contract terms and conditions.
You know, all of us know or have heard a story about somebody getting a contractor, paying them a lot of money, only to get the job never done. Now, if you want to avoid that and you want to remodel your kitchen or bath, then you need to call Brian with Professional Home Design. Brian is fully licensed and insured. And unlike other bathroom and kitchen remodeling companies, Brian and Professional Home Design does everything. They put in the cabinets, countertops, plumbing, electrical fixtures. There's no part of the job that they're not qualified and certified to do. And here's why I like the way they do business. Once you sign the agreement and the work is scheduled, you meet with their designer at the showroom and you pick out your own tile, countertops, vanity cabinets, whatever. And then Professional Home Design buys everything it costs and passes that savings on to you. No markups. Call Brian and call or text him about your kitchen or bathroom remodeling right now. 720-369-8998 or online, professionalhomedesignsltd.com.
Hey, it's Ross Kaminsky, and I'm here with Donna, another just extraordinarily happy client of Advanced Tax Solutions. You had health issues for a while, and what did that lead to for you and taxes?
I did not file my taxes for many years, and I was becoming frightened that the IRS was going to find me, so I called Advanced Tax Solutions.
You were thinking about your kids when you went ahead with this.
I was. I had heard a commercial, and I didn't want them to have to deal with what the gentleman on the commercial had talked about because his mother hadn't filed her taxes for years and years.
And so how did Advanced Tax Solutions help you get back on track?
Well, I gathered up all my paperwork, had the energy to call and make an appointment, and Frank walked me through the process.
And since then, you stayed on track, you feel great, and it's one less thing to worry about.
It absolutely is.
Donna knew where to go to get help.
I sure did.
And that is, of course, Advanced Tax Solutions. You can reach them by phone, 303-753-6040, or online, advancedtaxsolutions.com.
Are you having a barbecue or going to one? If you're gluten-free or have gluten-free friends, don't limit yourself to just eating the burger or the dog without the bun. Let gluten-free things put the fun back in the bun without the worry of gluten. Freshly baked breads, buns, and more at Gluten-Free Things Bakery in Arvada and online at glutenfreethings.com.
Take it like it is and make it like you want it. You've heard that before, right? Well, that applies to your home too. But maybe you don't know exactly how to get it done or what the options might be. Hi, Dan Cicchini, Done Right Kitchens and Baths, Windows and Doors. How about starting with a call to us? For over 30 years, our family company's been designing and completing first-rate kitchens and baths that, frankly, your neighbors would be jealous of. Where to start, Todd?
Dad, they just need to call us. We can help. And now's the time. At Dunright, we offer only the finest cabinet resurfacing, custom cabinets, tub and shower upgrades, and full kitchen and bath redesigns. Simply call us for a free in-home estimate, and you'll see how your unique kitchen and bath fantasies will become your reality.
Come on, folks, get her done. Once and for all. Kitchens, baths, counters, and floors, and even replacement windows and doors. You have our word, we'll treat you right at Dunright. 303-722-2295, 800-362-8370, or drhi.com.
You know, admitting that you have a problem is the first step in solving any problem. For me, it was the constant ringing in my ears and the daily torment that came with it. I'm Tom Tancredo, and for years I was told that there was no cure to help with my tinnitus problem. Then I found Doctors Patty and Lisa at the Colorado Tinnitus and Hearing Center. Since then, my life has been renewed, and I no longer suffer from the constant irritation of ringing in my ears. You know, I don't get paid to do these messages. I do them because I know and I trust the wonderful work that Doctors Patty and Lisa are doing. Colorado Tinnitus and Hearing has been helping those who suffer with tinnitus for almost 10 years. Wouldn't you rather seek a proven treatment from doctors with that kind of experience? I know I would. If you or someone you know is suffering from ringing in the ears, call Doctors Patty and Lisa today at 303-534-0163 or find them online at helpforringing.com. That's helpforringing.com.
Email phishing attacks cost businesses billions annually in real cash, data loss, and brand damage. Phishing emails are hard to detect because the messages appear to be legitimate to unsuspecting employees. Introducing Barracuda Phishline, a groundbreaking cloud-based solution designed to help employees recognize sophisticated email phishing attacks through interactive training reinforced by continuous simulation. Transform your employees from a liability into a line of defense. Go to barracuda.com/PL to learn more.
Save more with Liberty Mutual Insurance.
Hey, Todd, Liberty Mutual just saved me $782.
Liberty did what?
Yeah, it's a lot of money.
Maybe I should switch to Liberty Mutual.
Visit us online to... Hey, stop echoing.
Sorry.
Visit us online to get a quote, and you could save $782. Liberty Mutual Insurance. Based on a recent countrywide new customer survey, coverage is underwritten by Liberty Mutual Insurance Company, Equal Housing Insurance.
It's one of the most impactful decisions he'll make as president. Later tonight at 7, President Trump names his pick for the Supreme Court. Who's replacing Justice Kennedy? Find out tonight at 7.
I think you're going to be extremely happy.
On Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW.
It was 20 years ago today. Sergeant Pepper taught the band to play. They've been going in and out of style, but they're guaranteed to raise a smile. So may I introduce to you the active number all these years, Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club
This is America, land where we have choice. You know, the left always talks about choice. Choice is so important to them. It's just they want to choose what you get to choose. Seattle, which is becoming the Boulder, Austin, San Francisco, there's an axis now. There's an axis of evil. There's an axis of dumbassery. And extends from Boulder, Colorado, Boulder, Denver, Colorado, to Austin, Texas, to San Francisco, up to Portland, on up to Seattle, I suppose over to Minneapolis, St. Paul, down to Chicago, over to Washington, D.C., up I-95 to New York, to Boston, and then on to Portland, Maine. What am I leaving out? The axis of dumbassery.
It's now illegal for food service businesses in Seattle to provide plastic straws and utensils. Yesterday, Seattle became the first major U.S. city to enact such a ban. Environmentalists say 500 million plastic straws end up in the world's oceans every year, harming wildlife. Restaurants could be fined $250.
Now, I want to tie this story. Yes, this story is about choice. I want a straw. Now, I truly don't give a rat's ass whether my straw is paper or plastic. Just give me a straw. It's better for you to use a straw. And I enjoy a straw. And by damn, I want a straw. So the story's about choice. But the story is also about that last little bit about, oh my God, we got to say.
Environmentalists say 500 million plastic straws end up in the world's oceans every year, harming wildlife. Restaurants could be fined $250.
I know you care about the Supreme Court, but I don't. It's going to happen in 36 minutes. Over the 4th of July holiday, when I was at the undisclosed location, I subscribed to a service called Texture. It's been bought by Apple, but it's a magazine subscription service so that you can, for I think $10 a month or something, I get all of these magazines and I read them on my iPad. I don't remember whether the story was in Popular Mechanics or Popular Science. Yeah, I'm a nerd. But in one of those stories, they mentioned the great garbage island floating out in the Pacific. And I thought, I keep hearing about this great garbage island the size of Texas, but I've never read anything directly about it. So I ended up on, because in an undisclosed location, I can use whatever damn service I want. So I chose to use the Googles. And I got on the Google, and then I compared the search results there to the search results on Yahoo, to the search results on DuckDuckGo. And in every one of them, I came across this story in Slate. Now, for those of you who aren't familiar with Slate, Slate is a far-left progressive online magazine. And on Slate, I found a story with this headline. Now you'll understand why it popped up high in the search results. It was on the first page of every search engine that I used. The headline is, "The Great Pacific Garbage Patch was the myth we needed to save our oceans." September 12, 2016, 3:04 p.m. There is no island of trash in the Pacific. But the cause of clean oceans needed a good story. Our warming planet could use another one. So they still want to perpetuate the myth of the great garbage patch, but admit that it's not true. In early August 1997, Charles Moore found himself floating through the North Pacific in the Tasmanian-built catamaran. Moore, an oil air activist and yachting captain, had just finished up a 2-week race and was headed back from Honolulu to Santa Barbara through what's called a gyre, G-Y-R-E, a gyre, I don't know, an area of the ocean like the Sargasso Sea, wrapped inside a giant weather spiral that serves as a reservoir for flotsam. As he described it in a 2003 article for Natural History, the 1,000-mile journey took him through an endless field of plastic, 3 million tons of it in all, he guessed, in an area about the size of Texas. Everywhere he looked, he saw debris, bottles, bottle caps, wrappers, fragments. And when he returned to this garbage patch a year later, he found a vast plastic plankton soup and a litany of bigger objects, a volleyball, a cathode ray tube for a 19-inch TV, a truck tire mounted on a steel rim, and a gallon bleach bottle so brittle that it crumbled in his hands. Moore's garbage patch would grow in size and fame in the years that followed. The plastic plankton soup he had first discovered in 1997, which oceanographer Chris Ebsmeyer dubbed the Eastern Garbage Patch or the Pacific Garbage Patch, gained notoriety in a 2006 series for the LA Times that won a Pulitzer. Its area had doubled. Now the patch was twice the size of Texas. Some reports went even bigger. As coverage intensified, the patch's media profile peaked sometime between 2007 and 2009. The soup coalesced into a garbage landmass with a more official name, the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. In 2007, the San Francisco Chronicle called the patch a massive, eternal, slowly swirling vortex of noxious garbage the size of a continent and the shape of death itself, just floating out there in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, mocking life, humanity, and God. Except that it's not true. Go to Google Earth. Something twice the size of Texas will be noticed by satellites, except this isn't.
This is Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW, an iHeart radio station. With Ross Kaminsky mornings, Michael Brown afternoons, KHOW, Denver.
This report is brought to you by USAA Life Insurance Company.
C470 still a mess. Eastbound C470. It's a brand new problem. It's a new stall. Eastbound C470 University. Right lane is blocked. Eastbound C470 stopped from Broadway to University. Gets to the left side of the highway. At least a 10-minute delay. Want to avoid C470? Can hop on County Line to get around this. I-25 is crowded through the tech center. Both sides of the highway downtown jammed up. There's a crash on the end of the ramp from Spear to north on I-25. And eastbound I-70 out near Vasquez. That stall's gone. All lanes open. And the forecast tonight, clear skies, low of 63, sunny, dry tomorrow with a high near 96. Right now, 93 degrees. With the traffic and weather, I'm Susan Phelan, 630 KHOW.
Today is the day to get USAA life insurance, and for less than you may think. Visit USAA.com. Life insurance provided by USAA Life Insurance Company, San Antonio, Texas. Subject to state availability, issue limitations, and contract terms and conditions.
I know that a lot of you are thinking about selling your home and getting one that you really want, but I also know that you have the same fear that we all have, and that is, if I sell my house, can I actually find another one? Well, Bobby Bolden has been selling homes for more than 40 years, and she says you got to know the tricks and techniques to finding the right house at the right price. Because getting your house sold in this market, well, that's the easy part. But learning how to pick the best offer to make sure that it closes with the least hassle and the top dollar for you, well, that's the trick. Well, Bobby is the one who teaches other realtors how to get top dollar for listings, to negotiate, and how to get the best possible deal for you. So when you list your home with Bobby, she's going to have it professionally staged and have HD photos taken to the house, and she pays for that out of her own pocket. She does that because it allows her to sell your home for 10 to 12% more on average than without it. So if you're thinking about selling your house, before you do anything, I want you to call Bobby. You're going to love her. Call Bobby right now at 303-618-2000. 303-618-2000.
Hi, Dave Logan for the Willow Creek Way Network of Dental Practices. Now, these dental practices are all individually owned, unique practices that follow a common patient care philosophy called the Willow Creek Way. The part of this philosophy that I like best is no judgment, whether it's been 6 years or 6 months. When you go to a Willow Creek Way Network dentist, you don't get lectured, pressured, or judged. You just get incredible customer service and top-notch dental care. So to experience the Willow Creek Way yourself, go to willowcreekway.com and find an incredible independent dentist near you.
Now's the perfect time to join a fan club at Isle Casino Hotel Blackhawk. New members can win up to $1,000 in fan play or other great prizes just for signing up. Everyone's a winner and membership is free. Plus, provide a valid email address and you'll receive $5 in free fan play. Stop by Isle Casino Hotel Blackhawk and sign up today. Must be 21. All terms, conditions, rewards, and benefits are subject to change or revocation without notice. Eligibility and exceptions apply. See official rules. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
Have you ever wanted to refinance your mortgage but didn't want to start a new 30-year loan all over again? Hey, it's Ross Kaminsky for my friends at American Financing, and let me tell you, they can help. When refinancing to eliminate mortgage insurance, lower your rate, or consolidate high-interest debt, you don't have to worry about resetting your loan term, because at American Financing, they offer 10, 13, or 18-year loans, really any term you need. It truly is a custom loan. You choose the term based on your budget, and they'll find the most competitive interest rate. It's your mortgage, your way. Plus, with a fixed rate, no matter where interest rates go, yours stays the same. Monthly payments won't increase. It just takes one call to their salary-based mortgage consultants. They'll guide you through options and will customize the right program to achieve your financial goals. They may even be able to get you closed in as fast as 10 days. So get started now, 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000 or online at AmericanFinancing.net.
NMLS 182334, regulated by the Division of Real Estate.
It's time to join the millions of people that meet happy with Zoom video conferencing. Zoom gives you flawless video, crystal clear audio, and instant sharing across any mobile, tablet, or desktop device. But the best thing about Zoom? It just works. So ditch the distractions, join the movement, and meet happy with Zoom video conferencing. Visit zoom.us to set up your free account today. That's zoom.us. Zoom video conferencing.
When posting on most job sites, you get candidates.
I'm the sales director.
I'm the sales director you're looking for.
But when you post on Indeed.com, you get the candidates just right for you.
I'm a sales director with an MBA, over 10 years experience, who's also fluent in Japanese.
With Indeed, you can add screener questions for a less time-consuming route to your short list of qualified candidates.
Arigato.
Hiring's better when you've got your short list. Save time on hiring when you post a job on Indeed. Get started today at Indeed.com/hire.
Season after season, quality's the reason people trust K&H Home Solutions. Beautiful windows, siding, and doors, roofing, gutters, and more. Improving homes for over 60 years. With K&H, the difference is clear. K&H Home Solutions.
Don't fall prey to bad contractors taking money and doing little or nothing. Go with K&H Home Solutions with a solid 62-year history of quality home improvements, including my home. Hi, I'm consumer advocate Tom Martino. Now get $6,200 off your entire Everlast siding purchase in the K&H Beat the Heat Summer Sale. A lifetime of durability in a palette of beautiful colors. 303-421-7100 or khwindows.com. For windows, siding, doors, and more.
K&H Home Solutions has what you're looking for.
khwindows.com. 630 KHOW, an iHeart radio station.
People are strange when you're a stranger. Faces look ugly when you're alone. Women seem wicked when you're unwanted. Streets are uneven when you're down. When you're strange, faces come out of the rain. When you're strange.
But the Great Pacific Garbage Patch has always been less substantial than it sounds, less an island in the ocean than a big idea that floats around in people's heads. It's a throwback to the time when environmental threats were made of solid things, empty bottles, fishing nets, nuclear waste, canisters of slime. They could be gathered up and buried or incinerated. Today's pollution, both in the air and in the ocean, blows and flows around the planet in clouds of tiny particles, as garbage in a gaseous state. It's hard enough to grasp, let alone to manage. In a way, that's the very problem the Great Pacific Garbage Patch helped to solve when the concept was invented. Like its mirror image, the hole in the ozone layer, the patch squeezed and flattened all of our worries, sequestering them in a far-off region of the globe. That's how and why the patch came into being, both as a fully fledged idea and a media phenomenon at the turn of the millennium. But its history stretches back, blah, 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 blah. The garbage patch is a fake. By the 1980s, people who knew there was a problem with marine debris, treaties were signed and laws were posted to restrict the dumping of plastic pellets and other chunk waste into the ocean. But interest in the issue waned, even as scientists came to understand that these bigger bits, the bottles and the fishing lines, made up less than half the problem. Ocean plastics were not inert, they realized, nor did they disintegrate and disperse as harmless water dust. Rather, they broke down into tiny pieces of plastic confetti that could soak up toxins and then make their way into the food chain. In other words, the floating coffee cans and old balloons were less of a threat than expansive clouds of plastic micro-garbage. You could be sailing right through this and never notice that you're in the middle of it. In fact, the great garbage patch was barely visible since it comprised mostly micro-garbage. It can't be scanned by satellites. It can't be scoped out on Google Earth. You could be sailing right through it, as many have observed, and never notice that you're in the middle of this death-shaped noxious vortex. But the patch is such a wishy-washy phenomenon with wishy-washy impacts that its extent cannot be described with any certainty. No scientifically sound estimates exist for the size or the mass, notes NOAA. Nor is it a singular phenomenon. There are 2 separate garbage patches in the North Pacific with several others all around the world, including around blah, blah, blah. This was invented. The Great Garbage Patch, as described in Slate magazine, was invented because they needed something to focus people's attention, people's fears, on pollution in the ocean. So they created this mythical garbage patch. Perhaps it's best to leave, Slate writes. Perhaps it's best to leave the Great Pacific Garbage Patch as it is, where it is, in the shallows of the imagination. The same metaphor worked beautifully in the fight against depletion of the ozone layer. That problem, too, was first identified and partially addressed through legislation in the 1970s. But a few years later, it was pushed aside. So, of course, they had to declare that the ozone was burning up. You know what I find fascinating about it? Did I tell you the other day that, I was making fun of the signs on I-25 about ozone alert, carpool, reduce your errands. And I made fun of it because, as I still make fun of it, when you see the sign, what are you supposed to do? Turn around, go home, find somebody to carpool, and then drive about again? So I got an email. Hang on. Let me see if I can find this email. Colorado Air Quality. Let's see. Oh, here it is. Sarah Goodwin was so kind to write me. She's the communications director for the Regional Air Quality Council. I work for the Regional Air Quality Council and wanted to follow up with you about something that came up on your show the other day. It sounds like you had frustrations about the ozone alerts. No, Sarah, I didn't have frustrations. I had snark. About the ozone alerts that get posted on the variable message boards along the highway, specifically the one in the DTC northbound I-25. And how the call to action message was to carpool after you were already on your way to work. I hear your logic on this, but let me explain the process so you can understand where our messaging comes from. Sarah, I don't care. Air quality meteorologists from the Colorado Department of Public Health and Environment forecast and issue ozone alerts, and effective just this month. Wow. They've changed their forecasting system. It used to be when they issued ozone alerts, it was only from 4 p.m. the day it was issued until 4 p.m. the next day. But now they forecast high ozone alert days within 3 scenarios. Scenario 1, ozone alert today. Alert issued at 4 p.m. until midnight the same day. Scenario 2, ozone alert tomorrow. Alert issued at 4 p.m. for the next day. And scenario 3, ozone alert today and tomorrow. Alert issued at 4 p.m. for an alert that day and the day after, expiring at either 4 p.m. or midnight the next day. You see, she just made my point. Or actually, she just missed my point. You don't know that there's an ozone alert because if you issue it at 4 p.m. and you get off work at, say, 3 p.m., or you just don't notice the sign because you don't travel the interstate, you don't know there's an ozone alert. Then you get home and you get into your car to go to work at 7 o'clock the next morning. and you make it all the way down. Say you're coming up from Castle Rock or Monument or somewhere, and you get all the way up, and suddenly you see the sign as you come across the ridge, and you see, oh my gosh, there's an ozone alert. I better drive back to Castle Rock and carpool back into Denver again. I was telling Tamara about this as we were coming home from dinner because there was an ozone alert on Saturday evening. And I said, oh, honey, look, we need to go back home and carpool. Oh, wait, we already are carpooling. It's you and me. There's 2 of us in the car. Oh, thank goodness we're going to save the ozone. And she had the best comment of all. Huh, do you think anybody's paying attention to those signs? And I said, well, of course not. But if we're going to be good little sheeple, we need to go home and get 2 more people in this car. Or better yet, let's go on and meet our friends for dinner, and then there'll be 4 of us in the car, so we can minimize our errands, be 4 of us in a car, let's just go drive around for a while. The hole in the ozone, just like the garbage patch, according to Slate, was the myth we needed to save our oceans. The cause of clean oceans needed a good story. Our warming planet could now use another one. At least Slate. If you don't believe me, Slate, September 12, 2016. Go Google it yourself. The Great Pacific Garbage Patch was the myth we needed to save our oceans and to save the hole in the ozone. The other myth.
This report is brought to you by USAA Life Insurance Company.
C470 Drive finally looking better. That stall's gone. Eastbound C470 University jammed up from loose ends, but speeds are improving through there. Downtown delays continue along I-25. Crash, it's on the ramp from Spear to north on I-25. North on I-25 heavy from Alameda. South on I-25 still drags from the Washington Bridge down to University. Westbound 6th Avenue crowded. I-25 to Federal. There's an accident. Eastbound Hamden approaching Chambers. Denver's forecast tonight, clear skies, low of 63. Sunny, dry tomorrow, high of 96. Low to mid-90s on Wednesday. Right now it is 93. With the traffic and weather, I'm Susan Phelan, 630 KHOW.
Today is a day to get USAA life insurance, and for less than you may think. Visit USAA.com. Life insurance provided by USAA Life Insurance Company, San Antonio, Texas. Subject to state availability, issue limitations, and contract terms and conditions.
You know, it's hail and severe storm season, and that's why I'm glad once again to be working with Golden Spike Roofing. You know, Golden Spike is a local company dedicated to providing a better quality roof for the money than anybody else in town. But Spike, the owner, that's the guy that makes the difference. He is so committed to quality and making sure that your new roof is done right. He's not going to be happy until you're happy. And we know, living in Colorado, that hail's not the only thing that can damage your roof. The recent high winds we had this past spring, those can cause problems too. So if you think you have damage or you don't know if you have damage, I want you to call Golden Spike for a thorough and free inspection. Maybe you've had an insurance claim. Call Golden Spike first. They'll assist you all the way through the process from claim to completion. So don't take a chance on an out-of-state fly-by-night roofer. For roofing done right to the last nail, call Golden Spike Roofing. 303-942-1386. 303-942-1386.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Now, you are endowed by our Creator to pursue a life of happiness, but happiness is not guaranteed, not now, and not in your retirement years. Are you going to have the money you need in retirement to visit your grandkids or take those trips that you've always dreamed about? And most importantly, will you have the money you need to stay retired, or do you have to go back to work? Now, Colin Richards and the team at Lord & Richards have helped thousands of people in the Denver area create a happy, independent retirement. Colin is a financial professional who will create your financial independence roadmap for you that will show you the ways to a happy retirement so you can stay retired. Call now, schedule an appointment with Colin and his team at Lord & Richards, 720-636-8829. Get your financial independence roadmap right now. And over 200 years ago, we celebrated the first Independence Day. Make every day Independence Day when you're retired. 720-636-8829.
Investment advisory services offered only by duly registered individuals through AA Wealth Management, LLC.
Where can you attend a 2-day event for just $10 and the parking is free? Only the Tanner Gun Show. A $10 ticket gets you in both days this weekend at the Denver Mart. Buy, sell, or trade at over 700 tables with the most new and used guns displayed.
There's free gun and accessory giveaways both days with no purchase necessary. Tanner supports responsible gun ownership, and background checks are run on all gun purchases. Don't miss the Tanner Gun Show this weekend at the Denver Mart, 58th and I-25. Visit TannerGunShow.com.
Ants think winter all summer. That says the time to replace those old, tired, leaky, worn, and ugly windows is now, before winter. Your home will be way more comfortable and quieter, and you'll save some serious buck. Hi, Dan Cicchini, Done Right Windows and Doors. And how about that front door? Okay, I'm in the driveway, I'm out of the car. I move up the walk and see my grand front entrance. Crisp, clean, elegant, perfect to showcase my home. Does the beauty of home begin at your front door? If not, our unique door program is all about delivering an inspired entrance. Using the latest door system technology and a very unique factory finish process, when we're done, you're done. Nothing left for you to do but enjoy. So folks, think like an ant. Call now and be rewarded by saving 20% up to $1,200 on any window or door project. Kitchens, baths, counters, and floors. And of course, replacement windows and doors. You have our word, we'll treat you right at Done Right. 800-362-8370 or drhi.com.
This is Troy with Technoglass. We've been making auto glass easy for over 25 years. Every Technoglass replacement comes with free rock chip repairs for life and a 12-month no breakage guarantee. Visit Technoglass.com. Call 720-405-8000.
If you think you have a web presence but it's not generating sales and leads for you, you're doing your business a tremendous disservice. Hey, it's Ross Kaminsky, and you can fix that problem with Get Found Fast, Denver's experts in online marketing. Get in touch with Get Found Fast today, and in 10 minutes, they can do a free audit of your website, tell you the good, the bad, and the ugly, and let you know if they can help you turn your web presence into a true business asset. Learn more at getfoundfast.com. That's getfoundfast.com.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. But not with ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. Its powerful technology actively invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So, while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you, the needle in the haystack.
Try ZipRecruiter now for free by going to ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Hi, Dave Logan for the Willow Creek Way network of dental practices. Now, these dental practices are all individually owned, unique practices that follow a common patient care philosophy called the Willow Creek Way. The part of this philosophy that I like best is no judgment. Whether it's been 6 years or 6 months, when you go to a Willow Creek Way network dentist, you don't get lectured, pressured, or judged. You just get incredible customer service and top-notch dental care. So to experience the Willow Creek Way yourself, go to willowcreekway.com and find an incredible independent dentist near you.
It's one of the most impactful decisions he'll make as president. Later tonight at 7, President Trump names his pick for the Supreme Court. Who's replacing Justice Kennedy? Find out tonight at 7.
I think you're going to be extremely happy.
On Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW.
You know, Angie, when we get kicked off Facebook, I'm more inclined in the segment following getting kicked off Facebook to let the bumper music run even longer than usual, because at this point, as a certain Secretary of State said, what difference does it make? Right? You want to just play music because we've got 8 minutes. Well, I don't have 8 minutes.
The song is almost 5.
Well, I'm just thinking we got 8 minutes until, Fox. We got John Roberts breathlessly waiting outside the East Room, talking to I can't tell who he's talking to. Fox is breathlessly talking about it, but over on Channel 9, we've got Entertainment Tonight, and on the Michael Brown Show, we got breathless anticipation of the next nominee to be an Associate Justice of the United States Supreme Court. A white woman tells conservative black man what bumper stickers to have. A super woke white lady tweeted about the time she saw a black man driving, and she did not think it was okay that he was a free thinker. Kimberly Johnson I don't know who Kimberly is, but Kimberly, oh, you got a verified account. Maybe I am curious now about how you are. Let me go figure out who Kimberly is. Angie, talk for a minute while I check out this.
You stalk someone?
Author Kim.
It's not
Kimberly
creepy
Johnson.
At all.
What?
That's not creepy at all.
Not creepy at all. Kimberly Johnson, Peyton's Choice and the Virgin Diaries. She's a Huffington Post contributor. Hashtag ERA Now. Or at We Are Woman US spokesperson. Start Me Up podcast. She's from Washington, D.C. Why, Kimberly? Kimberly's woke. Here's what Kimberly tweeted. Out on the road the other day, I saw an affluent black man. How did she know he was affluent? Do you drive around with your financial statement attached to your car so people can see it? Out on the road the other day, I saw an affluent... How presumptuous of this bag. Out on the road the other day, I saw an affluent black man driving a BMW. Oh, well, I mean, if you drive a BMW, you must be affluent. With 2 bumper stickers. One was pro-NRA, and the other one was a Tea Party sticker that read, "Don't tread on me." I hate to break it to her, but "don't tread on me" is not, I mean, the Tea Party may like that slogan, but that's not a Tea Party slogan. Do you think she understands the history of "don't tread on me"? Do you think if anybody asked her about, "Hey, sweetheart, have you ever heard of the Gadsden flag?" she'd say, "What country's that? What, the country of Gadsden? I don't think I've been there. Is that on the Nat Geo channel? Can I get like a really nice glamping experience at the country of Gadsden?" She actually pinned the tweet at some point. The thread is dedicated to anyone complaining about the Me Too movement. Stop explaining how women should behave or feel. Yeah, people weren't impressed. Jack Cannon wrote, breaking. At HuffPost contributor confused by black man thinking for himself and not the way she thinks a black man should think. Cam Edwards, who's a spokesman for the NRA, tweeted, "But please, Caucasian lady, tell us what bumper stickers black men should have on their Beamers." I love Cam. If you don't follow Cam Edwards on Twitter, you better. Or Mari the Nerd tweeted, "But yet in another tweet, you made assumptions on how an affluent black man should think and behave. Do you understand how that feels?" Well, she deleted the tweet. Of course she did, but we have screenshots. And she was shocked that people thought that it had anything to do with race. One, she tweeted. She had a series of tweets now. "Okay, I deleted a tweet that questioned why African Americans would support the Tea Party, and people saw that as racist. I do not see the Republicans working in the best interests of people of color or women. I never said anyone should vote any particular way. I said it confused me." If you're confused by a black man that supports the NRA and has a "Don't Tread on Me" bumper sticker, you might be confused because you assume that all black men are liberals and are living on your frickin' plantation. Then she tweets, "Well, I deleted it because people were putting words in my mouth and changing my original intent. For the record," in all caps, she writes, "I do not believe everyone should vote the way I..." This has nothing to do with voting, sweetheart. It has to do with you think everybody should think the way you do. I'm free to wonder what motivates people to vote. End. Salty Damn Broad, that's a great name, tweets, "It confuses you why? Because black people are supposed to toe some party line so we stay in check? Newsflash, Kimberly, you don't own me or my thoughts, and you never will. You sound like some plantation owner complaining that us Negroes got it good with them. GFY. To which she... so Sugarcane tweets, "I'm genuinely curious, so I'd like to have this conversation. Let's start with what you think is in my best interest on the basis of my color and my sex. Hashtag real talk. Liberals are so stupid. Can you wait? The decision's coming. The decision's coming. The decision's coming.
That's pretty much all I got.
Ladies and gentlemen, Elvis has left the building.
Do you owe the IRS more than you can pay? Get your peace of mind back. Go to advancedtaxsolutions.com.
It's Brian with Advanced Mudjacking. Sinking concrete across the Front Range is a big